Word of our community's acclaim spreads. Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
Hello and welcome everyone to another fantastic Saturday here on the Exploding Dice channel. My name is Askren and I am your dungeon master for the evening, and you are tuning in to another horrifying episode of Writhing Moon, our open legend horror campaign here on every week. We have some really cool stuff to talk to you about, but before we do, why don't we go ahead and check in with our crew and see how they are doing. How are you guys? We'll start with you, Mr. Speedy. How are you doing? And of course, just remind us a little bit about who you are going to be playing today.
And today I'm going to be playing as Felix Haskell. He's a priest of the White Church. And he's got a bit of a problem. He's got a tortured past that's left him troubled, let's say, and as a result, he's a bit obsessed with blood and all manner of controlling it. And if he happens to see any of it, he can't quite control himself from going into a rage and lashing out at anyone who might be nearby. And he's been slowly but surely going more and more insane as this has gone on.
Oh yeah. And also some really interesting stuff happening last week, which we will get to in just a second. But, of course, we also have Mr. Din Money.
Yeah, what up? Din Money here and in chat and online. Tonight I'll be playing Sir Ulrich the White, Templar of the Church and God. Or basically just the crotchety old man of the group. Kind of like a barbarian class, rocking a huge great sword, and then I've got this really sweet spear. So I'll be looking forward to kicking some ass tonight. Let's do it. Good luck, everyone.
Awesome. And, of course, as fluffy as ever, we have Mr. Four.
Well, thank you. Hi, my name is Four. I'll be playing the cartographer, Gurney Abel.
How did we end up? What's her name? Julia Child. I was like, how did we end up with Julia Childs there?
Hold on, I have to take deep breaths every time I finish a sentence.
Gurney Abel, he is a cartographer, and he has a gastric fistula, and he is unfortunately in a town that he loves called Palemore, and
it turns out that it's not a nice town anymore. Palemore has become a blood-crazed, lunatic-filled monster party in which he would rather have his casual nights walking the streets, or maybe perhaps delving a little too deep beneath its surface into what untold horrors lurk beneath, for certain. And he can expel gross, nasty, necrotic,
Babies.
Julia Child cooked meals from his gastric fistula.
He
there.
everything that comes out of his fistula is covered in aspic.
Oh,
You have to. Don't be afraid to beat it.
just I want him to have a rolling pin and just
What? Go on.
and I can have my eye babies just crawl around the city. Oh yeah, he can make eye babies too. Gurney Abel has. I'm liking the direction he's taking.
I don't
Man
think
of
anyone
many
else is.
talents.
Yeah, that makes one of you.
And last but not least, we have Ms. Lisa. How are you doing this week?
I am good. I love you for. I'm Lisa Lee, and I'm playing Vesper Keening, and she was the Lady Chatelaine of the Queen's Palace, and now that everything has gone to hell in a blood angel basket, she is a little bit banshee.
There you go.
And a little bit rock and roll.
Oh, Lord. Awesome. Well, remember, guys, if you have not already, please hit that retweet link. Tell everyone in chat that you're hanging out here and having a good time with us. We are going to get into a recap and all that in a little bit, but first, we have a couple of announcements, and I have a really cool announcement. This is, if you guys are watching the Twitter, you might have noticed that I tweeted out last night that I came home to a huge box, a huge mystery box that I absolutely was not expecting. And I figured I would make everyone wait and wait till tonight to show you what was in the box. So I just got a big... Yeah, there's no end to the amount of people that send me that meme. So I got a big box, and I will tell you who this is from in just a second. But this is all stuff that is going to be going into a future giveaway. So it's going to be hanging out here for a little while. What is going on, Cyanobite? Welcome, thank you for following. Welcome to the madness, my friends. So, what kind of loot do we have? Now, it was a big box, which means we have some big loot. And first up, we have this right here. This is a 6-foot by 3-foot tabletop battle mat. You can see it right there.
Ooh.
In a giant tube.
Oh my god.
It is
Nice.
it is washable markers. It's just badass. This is an amazing full table battle mat right here. But not only that, but I also have these two boxes. The first of which is let me lift this up into shot. This is
don't hurt thyself.
a big.
I told
big-
you to worry about the camera.
This is
my God.
a fully assembled, pre-painted, 2-story plus attic house that you can use with your D&D figures.
Oh,
Look at that! Look how cool that is!
dude.
Look at it!
No way.
But that's not everything, because
That's
But wait,
not
there's
all.
more.
everything.
there is more.
Really fit that.
Let me scoot back a little bit. We also have this, which is
Oh my God.
a 4-story tall freestanding stone tower.
Oh my god.
Is it made of real stone?
It is not, but it is. Look at all the pieces it comes with. Look at that.
It's made of real plastic.
Oh,
It is,
That's
yeah, the
amazing.
craziest
And
dragon
and all
fight
of this
there.
stuff,
cool.
all of this,
Tower defense.
all of this amazing stuff is courtesy of my friends over at Epic's Heaven. Now I have to open my email to get their exact address, but I want to tell you a little bit about this company because I met them a little while ago. I met them just before PAX, and they make some crazy stuff. Here we are. Yeah, if you guys have not checked it out, I suggest going to epicsheaven.com or facebook.com/epicsheaven, and you can check out all of their amazing stuff. Not just this, but other minis, terrains. They are out in Denmark, I think. They are a Danish company, and they are going to be sponsoring a whole bunch of shows throughout the course of the next month or so, and then we're going to be giving away all this stuff. And I want to tell you why this is the coolest package ever. Not only because it's amazing stuff, but also because, what's his name? Jarl, who's already the coolest name that I've ever spoken to,
Yeah,
made sure to tell me
Boy.
that this just came off their production line, which means that we get it before anyone else. Especially even... we got it even before Matt Mercer got his.
Nice.
You're rude.
Wow, we
I
snuck
did-
Take
past
that,
him.
Matt
That's
Mercer.
sick.
Guys, seriously, what
Wow.
a bargain.
Wow.
So that is
Past him.
so that is all. I mean, that is just
Sorry, Matt.
amazing stuff that we got shipped to us, and I cannot wait to kind of get this stuff out in the hands of one viewer sometime. So this is not going to be going into the Wormwood giveaway, but look for it in the future because it will definitely be making up another monthly giveaway, and someone is going to be getting this amazing stuff, and I can't wait because it is goddamn awesome. I may open the boxes to take a look before then, but
And maybe play with it. Maybe.
maybe just a little bit.
All the pieces are there. Hey,
So that's our huge announcement. I wanted to get that out of the way. I wanted to let you guys in on that coolness. Other than that, man, what is going on? Well, we have a monthly giveaway going on right now for some Wormwood Gaming stuff. It is an amazing Sentinel deck box, custom engraved with the exploding dice mantra, as it were. And it's you can also win a rolling tray, some painted minis, all that good stuff, and that is right here. Dice Lulu has the link for you. Nope, not donate. It's this one right here. Giveaway, and all you have to do is hit bit.ly/edwormwood. If you're already following on Twitch and Twitter, you already have entries, so go claim them, man. It is crazy awesome. I think that's all of the major announcements we have. I will tell you that this Tuesday we have a Fuzzy Dice episode. I'm hanging out with my friend Abraham Ben-Ruby. He's an actor from out in LA and a good D&D player who you might have seen on the Stream of Annihilation. So we're going to be having fun with that. And then I think I may be serving crab after that. Maybe serving some crabs.
I hope
What?
that's not
Where would you be
illegal.
serving
What?
crabs? That doesn't make any sense at all.
I'm a chef, so.
Oh, that's right.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, I thought you were a chef though, not like a crab delivery man, someone who drives trucks across.
Well,
the great, ocean.
All I can say is someone's gonna get crabs that night.
Jeez.
This.
But what if they're allergic?
Then I mean,
this coming Tuesday on my channel on Not So Speedruns, Askren is going to be DMing a game of Big Motherfucking Crab Truckers as part of my 21st birthday celebration. Those of you, if any of you follow Encounter Roleplay, you may have seen Askren DMing a game of Big Motherfucking Crab Truckers there with Din Money and
That's
I
how we
both
met.
on it,
Yeah.
and me
Oh
getting
my God.
terribly wasted.
it is.
Unfortunately. And so, as it is now going to be my 21st birthday, and it's now acceptable for that to happen,
What?
we're going to try doing it again at midnight. Like literally right as I turn 21 at midnight, I'm going to be doing a lot of ringing. This is actually going to be an 8-hour charity stream. It's going to be starting at 9 p.m., going till 5 a.m., and we're going to be raising money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and donations will make me drink. Askren is going to make me drink. It's going to be terrible.
Oh,
I-
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have the amount of money needed to be donated to get me to drink is much more than Askren's standards are from his last birthday.
Wise. That's
Yes.
wise.
Yes. So if you guys don't know, Big Motherfucking Crab Truckers is one of my favorite role-playing games ever, and I highly suggest you guys come out to see it because it is going to be hilarious. I promise you, it is going to be hilarious. And of course, we're working on some secret projects, but I can't talk about them just yet. But keep tuned to Twitter for more information about that. So I think that's pretty much all of the major stuff here. I will remind you guys that all of the sounds and music that you will hear throughout the stream are provided by our amazing friends over at Sirenscape, providing all that awesome horror ambience. So if you have not checked Sirenscape out, give that stuff a check. But why don't we go ahead and dive into a little bit of recap, because we need to remind ourselves what happened last week. So, where did we start? Trying to remember. We had started just as you guys left the mansion, correct?
Yes.
Yo.
Okay. Sorry, my mind is wonky this week.
Sounds right.
We fought some people because they were being.
Yes. Okay. So the party had just left the sort of horrifying nightmare-like realm that was the mansion of Magistrix Ileana, a woman who seems to have been transformed into something more by some sort of power beyond our party's reckoning. She offered them information and other things in exchange for favors, which they tentatively agreed to after fighting through waves of minions and revelers that dwelled in her domain. But as the party emerged into a Palemore in which The moon seems to have grown in size, the sky changed color slightly, and the atmosphere growing thicker and more tense. They attempted to leave the Alabaster District, only to meet with some blackguard, these soldiers from a foreign land who seem to have come to Palemore searching for something. They were in the process of kicking down the door and breaking into a home in the Alabaster District, and our party could not abide by this, so they charged into battle to help out. But they were not alone, for they were joined in the midst of the fight by an old enemy, the sort of woman who calls herself the Raven, or the Blood Raven, who assisted with the fight. She also seemed to give quite a bit of insight into things that were going on. She may perhaps revealed some things in the middle of the fight that the party had not known about themselves, but also once the fighting was done, she answered quite a few questions, and with her help they were able to make their way back to the Cathedral Ward, where they once again returned to the workshop, the Hunter's Workshop, inhabited by Sir Jorik, the blind tinkerer. She did not accompany them inside, but inside the party met with Sir Jorik, and he began sort of equipping them with new items, new outfits. They all acquired the leather armor and gear, sort of customary of old hunters in Palemore, as well as some tools that he seemed to have. But most importantly, aside from answering many questions, he indicated that this strange symbol that they had found scrawled by an armless, eyeless man under Magistrix Ileana's palace was apparently an unknown rune, a Bergen rune, created to channel or sort of codify the words of the angels. And these runes, if attuned to, can provide special powers. And so he took a set of chisels and he essentially chiseled this rune that he called, or that seemed to be called Ascension, into Felix's brain, empowering his control over blood and some other things. He also, I believe the party also learned some pivotal information about the blood itself and the church, and they sort of stand at a crossroads now with many different paths they can take, possibly a quest into the swamp, the Briarstone swamp, to obtain Ileana's heart, possibly a quest to the Cargill Academy to learn secrets and to find information that Gurney needs, possibly a trip down into the catacombs below, or to the tomb of the Duma Chapel and the tomb below to seek answers for Felix in the Crucible of Blood, or possibly somewhere else. We don't know. All of these paths seem to lie before our party, and so that is where we are, of course, going to return. You guys are at the moment still in the workshop. You have just sort of watched Felix have this thing engraved into his head. And that's where we're going to pick things up. Before we do, of course, I want to remind everyone that you can join in the game, you can support our players, you can encourage them, or help them out, or hinder them a little bit with donations. There is a donation banner down below. Every dollar there goes to help keep the channel running. You can give our players natural 20s, tarot card draws, other interesting things. I'm gonna scoot over to this main page right here, and we are of course, remember, I don't read follows and donations out during the stream, but we will get to all of them at the end. But we are starting our stream, of course, with Mr. Carrick, who cannot attend, but he is gonna give everyone, including me, a natural 20 to start out with.
Yeah.
And remember, if you want more than just a nat 20, you want some other benefits, some emotes, some other cool stuff, you can hit that subscribe button and become one of Dice Thulu's minions. Alright, that is all my shilling done, so let's go ahead and start here.
Yeah, Krennic. Rock and roll.
Sherrick,
Spend it
you.
wisely.
Spend it wisely.
All right.
I like that sound.
Oh
I
my
do.
gosh.
I love that sound.
And oh look, more nat 20s for everyone.
Yes.
Thank you
Every
guys.
time.
Thank you so much.
Do last week's carry over from
Yes,
this week? Or no?
they do. Yeah, you guys keep track of those.
Well, that's 4 for me right now.
That's one good thing about Palemore. Yeah.
Right?
I never remember.
I started writing them down, yeah.
I write them down.
All right. So as we are returning here, you guys are still in. No, I don't want that. You guys are still in the workshop.
Chill.
Sherrick.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Shopping.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if I get my sword upgraded or maybe.
I mean, we did
Honed,
get
armor.
Honed,
Yeah.
blessed, runed.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you want those runes?
Yeah. Well, Felix is still.
Felix seems to have
Taken,
taken it pretty
so,
well.
yeah.
How you feeling, buddy?
Can any one of us read these runes? Do we have a rune
There-
decodifier?
It was just that symbol, so.
Yeah, so what you
Yeah,
what
we
you
all
would have
know.
gathered about the
Theory.
runes, or what you can have basically explained to you is the runes themselves are so like someone clearly codified them. I don't know if Gurney would know them offhand. I don't think that would have been his area of study. So they
I
might.
don't, but I did mind dredge this.
Yeah, that's true. So you
That's
probably
right.
you probably
Yeah.
have you probably
Nice.
can get a list of you probably wouldn't gather all of them from his mind, but a
Absolutely,
couple of them, because if you recall, your mind dredge was interrupted just a little bit, but yeah, the runes are not necessarily words. The words are more like names for them, as they seem to represent greater concepts.
Oh.
But, Gurney, I will actually, if I had my paper here, I would write... I don't know where my paper went that had all my runes on them. But, yes, you definitely gather a couple of them. I'm gonna see if I can find that while while you guys
Nat
tell me
20s for everyone.
what you would like to do. Oh, by the way, also, Vesper, you were given this this leather, like these leather kind of clothes. Did you want to what's it called? Did you want to like equip these? Did you want to wear them? Did you want to take parts of them, or did you want to keep your old outfits?
I'm getting a new outfit because I ruin mine every time I get into a fight.
Yeah, I could wear leather. I could do that.
If
I'm still
that's
going to
an-
rage. Yeah.
If that's an upgrade for me to be a little bit more protected because Vesper herself is so squishy,
Yeah.
I would love that.
It'll
You would get
definitely-
your armor at 1.
Yeah, it'll definitely be better than like the sort of dress that you were wearing, the kind of torn up
Great. Yeah.
rags of dress that you had left. But so you guys, these all basically they're all like matching outfits. Like there's a little bit of variation, but essentially you get the sense that these are fairly standardized garb.
We're
They
finally a team, guys.
they have a they have like a large collar, a hood, sort of like a shawl over the shoulders, a leather tunic that kind of drapes down low to the knees, and you notice on the breeches there is a belt that is kind of tightened around the right leg.
to hold a dagger like a sheath.
No, it's just like a belt.
Oh, sweet. I
Okay.
fiddle with it. I'm like, this is fancy. I feel
It's
very
a little, it's a
in
little
my-
tighter on the leg.
The
It's a little tight around the crotch.
Yeah.
as you're kind of you're fiddling with it, Jorah kind of turns his head. He says, "Oh, you must be worried. The plague of beasts said to travel up the leg. The belt will protect you from it."
Oh my.
Oh,
Ooh,
That's
uh,
very
thoughtful.
helpful.
It's like a
Thoughtful,
like
reverse
thank you.
tourniquet. Right?
Yeah.
He kind of turns to Vesper. He says, "Yeah, what are those that you're carrying there?" He's kind of like pointing to the little leather kind of sheet, like holster on your belt.
My reticule, sir.
He's no like he's gesturing towards your like large shears.
Oh, shears.
He's,
Shears.
where did you get them?
The palace, sir.
No, won't do. And you see him kind of wheel himself over to a wall and reach up, and he kind of pulls down this thing, and it's kind of dusty, like he dusts some cobwebs off of it. And you see it looks like it kind of looks like a piece of like hammered or wrought iron or something. And he hands it to you, and it appears to be a like as he hands it to you, it's kind of dusty, it's kind of cold. It appears to be like a weird like spade shaped dagger. The blade is kind of like curves and then goes straight to a long point with a handle that is like twisted iron that kind of curls at the end. You actually notice there are two prongs to the handle, as one curls and one goes straight.
This is formidable.
He says, "Well, flip it." You kind of flick your wrist, and the thing like flips over. As you see, it's actually there's a central kind of bolt, and so as it flips over, it turns so the blades are on the outside, so the blades are now on the inside, so it's like a pair of scissors.
Whoa.
Hey. Well, that's lovely.
There you go.
Thank you.
Cool.
You have my gratitude, sir.
He says,
Wow.
It's a known tool, just lying around. Take it."
Any other properties I might know about for this beautiful thing?
And he says, "Well,
Don't
no,
get
it's
greedy.
what would you like it to do?"
Any extra protection? Those runes, I don't know how they work or how they activate. So, any other kind of protection from what we're going after, we would all be grateful.
He says, "Protecting shields and armor was never the way of any of the hunters. Speed, agility, and skill were their tools for fighting beasts."
Good to know.
He says, "A shield would be no good against such strength."
I see.
Your words are wise and true, old man.
He kind of he says, I have been working on a weapon, experimental, but I have not tested such things since the powder kegs existed." He says,
Powder kegs.
"Which of you can hold a sword?"
Oh, you mean a sword like this?
No. Gurney steps out of the room. No.
He says, No, far too cumbersome, no. And you see him kind of, like, on his table, there's what looks like a long, like, very heavy, but it has the form of, like, a rapier. So it's like a very narrow blade with a basket, and you notice there's, like, a big metal contraption right under that, like, right under the basket.
Oh, I look at Felix. I'm like, Felix, look.
I mean, I've used some blades in the past.
He says, "Well, then lift it. I cannot. It's too heavy."
Pick it up.
So you kind of grip this rapier, and the it's heavy, like it's not light, but it feels like a heavy sword. The handle is almost curved and kind of flares out at the end, almost as if it was made from like the stock of a pistol. There's the basket on it, but you notice there's like a big metal cylinder with some gears and like a small pipe leading up from it to like, and he says. He says, "Was that? Sorry, that's Sirenscape."
Blaze.
Yeah.
Oh.
He says, "There is a trigger on the back. Press it."
Point it somewhere
Yeah,
else.
don't like run out of the way, right?
Just goes
Yeah.
off.
All of us took a
Or
wave
extends.
inadvertently. Whoa!
Hide behind my sword.
I'll try and point it in a neutral direction and pull it.
I'm an
Alright.
old man.
All right. As you kind of aim it off to the side and you kind of like turn your head away and just pull this trigger, you hear a loud, and the blade itself like becomes engulfed in fire, and then
That's-
like the fire kind of quickly burns out.
That is sweet.
What?
Oh yeah.
What was that?
Whoa!
Yeah.
That
He,
was like the fires of hell for a second.
he says, it was an old project. I started for a departed friend.
Was he a powder keg?
He was. He spread the gospel of fire against the beasts. It was them
That's-
who led the purging of Old Palemore.
That's, I mean, fascinating, but I am no speaker of the gospel of flame, and, well, you've just inscribed this rune of blood. I'm not one to fight with fire.
He says,
Perhaps,
Maybe you can combine it and shit, man.
maybe.
You know what? I'll take
Blood
it.
doesn't burn well.
No, I'll take it. I mean, everybody here has something of use.
You don't have a weapon yet. That's a good idea, actually.
I think I'm ready
I'm
for
that.
something.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm not trained by any means,
Uh.
but I know where the pointing end goes.
Not too shabby for a first sword. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, I could do
Indeed.
worse for a first sword.
Yeah. Nice. No, I like that actually. That'd be a good backup weapon for you, just
Exactly.
in case. Yeah, I like that.
I have my own little. Well, you'll
Yeah.
see. That maybe hopefully this session.
Ulrich blesses the sword for you
That
Buddy.
and gives it to
that
you.
gas from your hold, that wouldn't happen to be flammable, would it?
I raise my eyes at Felix and say, I have some surprises I still have to keep to myself. Don't you
Ulrich.
worry.
Shields himself with the sword again,
What?
just in case.
I'm not going to do it here.
Okay.
This is a workshop. We're not testing things.
No,
here.
I wouldn't ask you to do it anyways. It does take its toll on you.
Well, it wouldn't be a bad idea to try it here instead of in battle. You know, just saying.
I guess. I don't know.
I guess you don't
I
want to
could
waste it.
No. If,
No,
if
are you
anywhere,
sure?
At least
I could just-
outside.
All right.
Well, this is a workshop where he would
Yeah.
test what he was making.
Actually, yeah. I
Maybe.
want to try
Yeah.
to like. So what's this
This is
gas?
Q's
hooked up-
workshop.
This
District 9 this shit.
yeah. So this sword has like a trigger, and then it has like another piece of it that goes down into like a canister, maybe.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna.
Yeah, so actually, yeah, that's why I'm kind
Because
of
I might
imagining
mod
it.
this really quick.
It's like a little
I really might.
counterweight canister. I smell some concept art coming.
Oh boy.
Hold on. I have an image of it. I had it on my phone. So I will get
Ah.
it for you if I can find
What
it.
Gurney wants to do is he wants to find a way to use like an extra tube to connect the canister to his fistula.
That's crazy.
But he's not gonna do it right now. It's just in case we run out of the gas for this
What?
thing.
That's nuts.
Gurney
it's-
Flame Gut Abel.
It's
That's gonna be like your final
Gurney
form,
Flame
dude.
Gut
That's
Abel.
crazy.
It's your final form.
That's so cool.
Wow.
You should
It's
post
more
that-
it's
post that
more
in
like
chat,
the it's
too.
more like the top one, not than the bottom one.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes. So, if possible, I would request him to maybe. I'm sure there's like a little twist off thing that'll let me like hook up like a hose or something. I'll just ask him for like an extra hose and maybe some adhesive.
Is anybody chewing gum?
He like Jorik will kind of say, I can modify it some, but I need time. It's still a prototype.
I'll tell you what. I don't need it right now. We'll stop by once more, or maybe if you want to work on a canister that you can just replace it with once we come back someday.
He says, do not be judicious with your. Says be judicious with your use of the flame. It is not unlimited.
I will use it when necessary.
He kind of like turns back to his table. He says, well, I have little else I can give you, but you are equipped. You can survive. The hunt may continue. What more can this old man do?
The chalice. We can really get that chalice. We actually need to figure out what we're going to do before we ask you.
Chalice, what
you can do.
chalice?
Okay. Group meeting. We'll be
Group
right
meeting.
with you, old man.
We need some coffee. I tell him. Oh, do you have?
He's just like, I'll put on the kettle and just.
Do you have some
Starts
stevia?
squealing away. Stevia.
So listen, we have an obligation to Ileana to retrieve her heart from the Stitched Sisters in the Briarstone Swamp. However, we need to find that, and we'll have to refer to the maps at the Academy, which I am eager to visit, actually. However, the Blood Raven did tell us that there was something called a chalice, which would help Felix with...
The chalice
I'm not
in
gonna-
the catacomb under the cathedral
Right.
in Duma Chapel.
Yes. Felix,
Um,
you haven't been acting...
no, I know. It has not been. I haven't been at my my most calm. Let's say. I'd like to continue with the quest for Ileana if you guys are okay with it. But if you think that I won't be able to handle it, then I mean, I don't want to inconvenience you by going out of the way or anything.
It's your choice. How do you feel?
Well, I mean, I felt better, but I mean, the rune has helped a bit. At least the voices are not so disjointed now. At the very least, it's
Oh, that's good.
That's good. I think Felix might be better than he's ever been. Shit.
I mean,
Considering what's happened to us, I have to
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
So Jorik, do you have a cipher for these runes that we could borrow or copy?
He says, I know some. I know not all. He says,
Any knowledge would be good.
I scribbled down whatever ones I remember from my dredge before I
yeah,
got cut off.
you know
Yeah.
the like what some of them look like, and
Including skin, which,
I remember, right? Blood,
yeah,
skin.
that one that we discovered was not fun.
only to be used in emergencies.
Oh,
So you look like a
really?
total badass.
No, just use it all the time. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Use it all the
Judge
time, use it all the time.
I don't know
I
what
just
my
smoke
pay point.
bang an entire room as Judge.
So you kind of have a knowledge of them. He says, I can inscribe, but do not take them lightly, for if you have not heard such voices before, they will test you, and they will change you.
Gurney.
Will
He's
they
not kidding about the
teach
voices,
us?
guys.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't doubt that.
Are these runes a doorway to madness?
No, not madness. They are the images of the words of the angels, but they carry power.
That's interesting. The words of the angels. Is that the first time we've heard it mentioned like that?
No.
Okay.
No,
No,
these are,
I have heard.
these are the
such
words of the
things from
angels.
Academy.
Yeah. Okay.
I know the guy. Well, I don't know the guy who made them, but I know of them.
Yes.
I
And
know a
quite
guy.
honestly, Gurney just wants these right now.
Yes.
Let me get to
Give
my
them to
thing.
Gurney. Aye.
Gurney, I will draw on here the other ones that you saw.
Thank you, friend.
Um,
Or are you?
Right. Yeah. Thank you, I think.
I think. Thank you. Goodbye.
I think.
Oh boy. Coffee.
So I think if these are symbols of the angels, that might back up my theory that they are actual angels and not freakish ghoul monsters. Because how would they write symbols?
The only
Someone
problem
saw
with
a
that
vision of
is that-
tentacles, didn't they?
If these are supposed words of the angels, they are someone's interpretation of them. These
Damn
runes
it.
were made by a man named Bergen, and
Right.
Gurney
Bergen.
he has a super
Damn it.
like Bergen's work is astounding, but it wasn't shared with everybody.
Scholar Bergen helped construct the dream.
I don't know why I'm getting my hopes up for some kind of
Callum
happy
is
ending.
the caretaker of the dream.
Are these actual angels?
so that
As far
so
as we understand.
I added here. I'm gonna make these all in a different color. I added the ones that you recall seeing. No, what color?
Oh,
can I
they're
make?
beautiful.
There.
Yeah.
Oh, now I can see them.
Okay,
Hello.
this is wonderful.
There you go.
Speedy, you have the sun circle.
Yes, essentially.
Ah, beautiful.
So the sun circle means blood? Or no, it means
that means
ascension.
ascension. Yeah.
Ascension. Yeah.
That one I'm kind of worried about because we just kind of found that one in some random hole.
Well,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
I found it in the brain of a man who had
Crazy.
a blue brain and was going crazy and scribbling things on the wall.
And infested with worms.
Yeah.
Infested with-
Lucky you.
I'm sure there's nothing bad about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure my brain
Totally
is infested
fine.
with worms
I
too.
I still think that symbol means worms coming out of your head, like the circle. Like those
that's
are
pretty
worms
cool.
coming out of it, right?
Yeah. It
So,
all it
totally
all has to
possible.
do with the worms.
I hope not.
This other symbol looks like a worm. Another one looks like a freaking pulse line. That's God. That one can't be good. It's too scratchy. That's like
Pulse line or graveyard.
Morgul.
One that looks
freaking
like
Morgul writing.
stitches. Is anyone here a snitch?
Oh, it does look like
Who would
stitches.
like that?
No.
What?
All right.
Makes no sense.
I like this little like kind of elvishy, loopy, the top right one. That
Oh,
one looks
yes,
the
that
most
one.
friendly to me.
It looks friendly to you.
It
Watch
The
it
most
be-
friendly. I didn't say it looked friendly. The most friendly.
looks kind of like a music
We have a-
symbol, which reminds me of the silent song, which is the
That's
crazy
true.
thing.
Oh, we
That's
were
not
told
good. Oh,
to
yeah.
listen to the silent
Yeah.
chorus.
It's better than
Totally.
freaking ringworm
Also-
on the bottom left.
Gurney, did you share with anyone what you actually saw?
As in, I draw these out for them.
Besides the runes.
Okay. No, I do not tell them about that last part.
Okay.
I keep that to me.
Gotcha.
What?
Ooh. Selfish.
All right.
Yeah.
JK.
So what would you guys like to do?
All right. We would like to. I hate saying this, but I also love saying it. We should leave and head towards the academy. Does that mean going back into Old Palemore?
No, the academy is across the central Palemore. You're going to have to cross the high bridge to get there.
We don't like that.
There also, as far as you know, you're going to have to somehow navigate the sealed gates, because as far as you know, pretty much the entire district was sealed off.
Yes.
Oh.
We don't have a way inside the academy. They shut their doors, they shut that gate, and even I'm kind of lost at how to get past it.
I should also
Is there
point
an
out,
underground way?
Smash it.
if there is an
Swords again.
underground way into the academy district, you don't know it.
I don't know, but I'm dead certain we can go deep enough to find one.
Also, just in case you wanted to know,
risky.
Gurney, I don't think you would actually know a reliable way into, like, Briarstone Swamp, or the Poison
No.
Swamp.
Because from what we heard, it is outside of Palemore's walls.
Mm-hmm.
And being
A bit of a
in
way.
love with the urban atmosphere, I hate nature and I don't want to go there, so I don't know anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
So you don't know
guys.
anything about the outside? Yeah,
I've never been.
Is there like any like hunters or like rangers that go out there? Is there like an outskirts tavern?
As far as
Edge
I
that
know,
might-
Ulrich, Iliana is the only person that has really been outside the city. And
Really? Really?
unless you count underground, because I've been deep, but I've never been.
Yeah, I mean, we went outside of the city, kind of, but that was in the
Dreamland.
waking dream, so can't really be sure.
Oh yeah, okay. I could still smash down the gate. I'm confident in that.
I mean, listen, I
Love
could,
smashing doors.
I could use my fistula to maybe ooze a way through, like we did down at the Savage Mortician's flesh wall. This is stone, though. This is like something that has been built to stop.
Eesh, it's stone gates, eh?
It's
Yikes.
not going to be easy, and it's not going to be in and out.
Okay.
If we do that, we're going to be stuck there. I would rather go underground if possible.
Okay.
But that means heading into unknown territory. Or we could climb it. Honestly, we could try to climb it.
or we ask Sir Jorik if he has keys. Or
I don't think he has a key big enough, but why not?
That's a crazy
Sure.
idea. Yeah, like a little lockpick thing. That's a crazy idea. Or yeah.
Yeah.
Ask him. Ladies.
Sure,
yeah,
Jorik,
Ladies
if-
first.
Sir Jorik,
Oh, go.
Use your womanly ways on him.
the gates
He's
are
blind.
sealed. We do need to get to the academy. Do you have any roguish tools with you? Maybe
Yeah.
a lockpick?
He says,
Or keys, even?
"You wish to go to Cargill? Why?"
Maps. Unless you have them.
Particularly,
Maps.
we're aiming for the Briarstone Swamp.
Maps I have not. I am not a scholar. I am but a tinkerer. I create tools of death.
Have you
Fuck
been?
yeah.
Do you know the way?
To the academy. I have not been there in a long, long time. It was never a safe place for those who worked and toiled under the blood. Always did they despise it.
Then perhaps you... Have you ever visited Briarstone? You know the way there.
A festering poison swamp it is. Why you would travel there, I have no idea. You cannot leave the city out the front gates, but there might be a way. Are you familiar with the old prison, Grey Iron?
Am I?
Yeah. Yeah, you know the prison. The prison was a sort of underground stone structure that was built essentially into the side of one of the larger hills in Palemore, right sort of near Old Pale, like down near Old Palemore. And as far as you recall, it caught fire and burned out.
Shit.
Yeah, the whole thing basically was abandoned or burned out. Or so you heard. I mean, I don't know. You probably wouldn't have ever gone down there. But he says, the prison is a warren of tunnels and cages, overseen by a warden whose name has been long since erased. But if you travel through, below there is a crematorium. A huge structure where those who died under the surface were burned en masse, and their ashes dumped like refuse out a giant sluice. And there spread the poison of the swamp.
Makes sense.
I see.
If you travel
Flu
through,
ride!
if you travel through the crematorium, you may be able to find your way out into the murk, and there you will die.
Don't be so sure of that, old man.
Well, that sounds fun.
The poison of this swamp, potent? There's no way we could resist it?
I have never been. You will have to find that on your own. I do not know.
That's... I don't blame you. Thank you for what you gave us, though.
What if they just say that to keep everyone in?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just crazy
That might
crazy
maybe,
ideas coming in
maybe
here.
true.
I don't know.
That may
I'd be
true.
paranoid enough to try it.
Yeah, I say we try it. I mean, if a
Well,
prison's the only
listen,
way out.
Here's what we can do. We already know we're going to need more significant maps of Palemore. Let's be honest. There's only so much that I can remember.
Right.
And to be honest, we may have allies in the Cargill Academy. For all we know, everybody in there is fine, and they could in turn help us with the rest of the city. They just might have decided it's stupid enough out here that they're not going to bother.
So, Jorik, have you ever created and tinkered for anyone in the academy?
He says, created what?
Tinkered.
Anything, tinkered, anything for the academy.
A commission.
Yeah, he says,
Sorry.
Not it.
he says,
Sorry, I'm clumsy.
you must understand.
Assistants in the background clanging things.
You must understand. The academy and the church have no love, for their beliefs are fundamentally in conflict. He says, Simon refused the teachings of his old professors, and so he chose not to fear. And so he found his blood. But ever the Academy chooses fear. And it is natural. Fear of the unknown keeps us alive. That is what makes us human.
Aye.
Yes, and I realize the Academy might actually have some sort of study done on the swamp. We could find a means of traversing it, or at least pushing past the natural poison.
He says,
And
sorry, He says, should you want to traverse the gates, I have no such device to open them, for my resources are small. But there are perhaps other remnants of those who might still have the tools. He says, should you find what is left of, or the tools of the powder kegs, perhaps their powder can create your entrance.
Where do we find those, sir?
Yes.
Tell me the boons.
The
Where
last,
do they lie?
the last of them. He disappeared into Old Palemore right before it was quarantined.
I see.
They
Maybe we
went
could
to-
look.
In
What if
Old
it-
Palmore, did they have a base of operations, the powder kegs?
No, they were sent to clean it of beasts. They went in, and the queen ordered the gates sealed behind them, and Old Palemore burned to the ground.
Oh.
But
And they never opened those gates again.
Nope.
But even as the smoke rises from the lower part of the city, perhaps their tools remain, if their bodies do not.
Worth a look.
Okay,
think
so that's
we
where we'll
should
find some barrel bombs.
Well,
Maybe, mayhap. Is
So-
that
I
on
like
the
this
way to the
idea.
academy?
No.
Old Palemore.
Yeah,
Nah.
so the way you guys are in Cathedral Ward, if you think of Palemore revolves sort of around the central district. The Cathedral Ward is to the northwest. Academy is to the northeast. Old Palemore is sort of down to the south. It's down a hill, so.
And where's the prison in relation to the academy again?
The prison is probably most accessible through Old Palemore.
So at the very least, we could do this. We could go to Old Palemore, see what's left of these gunpowders. Powder kegs. Oh my God. And then, if there's sufficient tools that we could break through the academy, we could try. But if not, we could simply push forward to the swamp through the
Prison.
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 the Gray Iron Prison.
You know what? That's not a bad idea because
So
if this powder keg, we might be able to refill your sword if we have to use it on the way there. That'd be a good like midway point.
Yeah.
I bet.
I'd say so. We shall do
Plus,
this if we have no objections. Sorry, Flix.
Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah, I agree. If we find the powder kegs as well, we could possibly just leave through the front door of Palemore, the front gates, instead of having to go all the way through the prisons
Honestly, I kind of
and the
want to.
swamps.
I kind of want to just.
Does the front gate lead to the swamps? It's all swamps surrounding.
No, we have to
everywhere?
go through a crematorium to get to the
Yeah,
swamps.
yeah, right. I
Right.
thought
If-
you
if
said
we
it's
can-
one spot.
Right, but you said there were like gates to Palemore that are like closed off. That,
There are main city gates. They are most likely sealed. In
Shut
fact,
tight.
Yeah.
you're pretty sure they were probably sealed, like only shortly after you got here, Ulrich.
Yeah. Crazy. And they're sealed like take an army to get through those gates, right? Like,
They
that's not
are-
like the
they are-
academy that's sealed.
No, these are part of a like a tall stone fortified wall.
Yeah. Okay. So we're talking about breaking through the academy gates, though. That's our plan. Not
I
the
mean,
main.
that's-
You know that Gurney, you would know that the academy
that plan.
the academy gates are mostly iron. They're stone and iron. You think? I mean, you could see possibly blasting through them. It's
a
reasonably
lot
so.
more than just the main city gates.
The
all day.
main city gates.
That's gotta be, yeah.
Well, I
That's
can't be
fortress.
blasted.
Even just the picture on the Twitch, yeah, that's huge.
I
I'm
mean,
going
the
army.
people, they had a lot of. I'm sure protection wasn't their first idea when they built the place. Maybe.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, I'm thinking at an
Looks
academy
pretty-
it would be more aesthetic than actual
good point.
fortification.
Yeah, let's break it
Honestly,
down.
if we
Rock
wanted to go to
school.
the academy, Vesper, you can fly, right?
She just
I-
She
I
just
know what
flushed
you're
a
going
bit and
for. She
There
had
you go.
trouble
Nods.
lifting me up, Felix. The wall
no,
is
I think
high.
he's saying just whoop, walk through the wall,
Oh,
unlock
that
it from the
too.
other
unlock
side.
it from the right.
S ring quest clear right there.
Askren, I've seen
guys,
these
what?
Using
walls.
the old brain Reno.
I've seen these walls. These do not have just a Jimmy lock for a.
No,
restroom
it's mostly like a pretty heavy, like a wooden
Bolts.
railroad tie or something on the other side.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'd have to.
Okay.
See, I like where you're going with this.
But
to my
I could
dismay-
also alley-oop one of you, mayhap.
I could build a
Or
flesh ladder.
Ulrich could alley-oop one of you.
Yeah, we'll get over it. Don't worry,
We'll get over
we'll
it.
solve that problem when we come
I'm
to
confident, yeah.
it. Yeah, we've got a couple plans.
Or
See which one gets us through the gate.
All right, so Powder
Doors.
Kegs Academy or
Swamp.
Crematorium.
Crematorium.
Academy
But all of it
first.
leads to Old Palemore
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah.
Plan A, knock. Plan B, Vesper, slide. Plan C, blow it all to smithereens.
Exactly.
Good options. I like it.
Do we want? This is the big question. Do we want to check in on anybody in this district? We have 2 safe houses that could check in on.
Ooh, yeah, no, totally. I'm totally down to check in. Yeah.
Because we had poor.
I just don't want to like walk in and it's just like, oh, they're all dead now.
Oliver.
Or
Oliver.
Oliver. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Oliver's fine. I don't really care about him too much.
Let's ding dong ditch him.
So mean.
Uh,
It's so funny.
I know. Okay.
Alright.
Well, if anything, maybe we could check to see if the little red lantern's still going bright. Maybe refill that if we need to. Bonus points.
Honestly, I'm good to go if we don't.
Very
need to
smart.
check in on it.
Yeah.
I would tell Sir Jorik to maybe.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he's in a wheelchair. He can't go anywhere.
Well, let's
Never mind.
we'll just walk by him as long as the door's not broken into or we don't see any visible, damage on the outside. We can just kind of. All right, they're probably good in there.
We'll do that.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Little
Alrighty.
mini detours. Yeah.
Yo.
Don't want to have to go in for tea though.
All right. So you guys are
What's wrong
you
with
wanted to
me?
stop by the first chapel?
Reardon Chapel.
Yeah. Okay. It's did you want to do anything there? Did you want to
We're just walking by to see if the light is on, pretty
Alright.
much.
So you guys kind of
Oh, we sent a guy there, didn't we?
We did send a guy there.
Yeah.
A guy.
So first of all, you as you kind of leave the workshop, you emerge outside into the night again, and you see kind of just up the path, standing there is the sort of billowing feather-like cloak of the raven woman, the blood raven woman.
What?
She's still. It seems like she hasn't left yet, even though she kind of said she would.
True.
Nah, see, I told you she doth have too much pride. She's probably more injured than she wanted us to believe.
I don't think that's it.
I think she just has a lot of aggression that she needs to work out.
Okay.
Or she's
Emotional
protecting
wounds more than physical wounds.
us from someone or something.
Well, we can say what's up. I don't mind having a glass of tea with her. She was cool.
Do you guys want to walk?
Are
up
we
the
just
path?
walking by?
Yeah. She, as you do, you hear. Is your business with Jorik completed?
For now.
Aye.
Ah, yeah,
That's good.
Annalise.
She kind of turns her sort of masked face to you. Obviously, you don't see much of it. You don't see any expression on it, but she just kind of stares at you with these black eyes, silently.
Everything all right?
I curtsy to her.
Things trouble me. The way the air moves. I do not know how to put it into words.
Does it have something to do with the moon?
Among other things, I have been puzzling over why you are so strangely affected.
Affected or afflicted? It seems to be either way right now.
She says, "Do you know much about what happened to you? You had mentioned a bit of a mysterious circumstance."
All that we remember is waking up on an operating table, each of us in the same room, with a dead man in a chair.
We've told you what we know.
We had
You
a dream.
doubt us.
She says, I don't know. I recalled something, and well, I feel like you should perhaps seek answers there if you don't know. There was a man, is one of Simon's head transfusionists, a special in blood. He handled all of the special cases, the ones ordered by the church. I don't know if he's still alive or if he fled with the rest, or perhaps changed. But if you come by any of his notes or any of his work, look for anything you can find by a man named Abraham Mortusi.
Abraham.
Have you... silly question. Have you ever been to a joint called the Upshot Wake?
It's a tavern in Old Palemore.
I knew it. Thank you.
Had to be Old Paramore, didn't it?
By the way, Vesper, it's not the first
Is that
time.
an old Fillmore?
Yeah, it's also not the first time you've heard that name.
Abraham?
Yeah.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling.
Yeah, you recall that he was a prominent figure, prominent visit to Cairnheart.
To Cairhart, to the Queen?
The Queen's Palace, Cairnheart, yeah.
Yeah. What do you know, Madam, of Abraham?
Very little. I never met the man myself, but I know he was one of the inner circle. He worked closely with things that Simon developed, and if anyone would know of different types of blood or different experiments, he would be the first place that I would look.
Does he live, Madam? Have you seen him? Do you know where he might be? I saw him frequently with the Queen during her madness.
He may live, he may have fled with the rest of the church proper, or he may have been turned into something. I know not, but he operated a clinic in central Palemore.
A clinic. What did this man look like?
Never met him. Old. He had lost his hair. A bit overweight.
Does this in any way sound like the man who was dead in a chair in the room in the clinic we were in?
Maybe it's that guy. That guy kind of was a little bit rotted
Pretty
away, pretty dead. Didn't have much hair.
Well, we woke up in a clinic in Central Paramore, though, right?
Was it Central? Or was it old? I thought it was like the Blood Wake Inn, or that's where we went after that, right?
You
Upshot
never
Wake
went.
was in the
You
waiting
never.
room.
You never went to the tavern because you only saw the sign
Okay.
as you ran from the Tatterman.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That was in.
we.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, okay.
It sounds like he had been performing several experiments on blood, and he had done so for the Queen. It seems.
Aye.
And we had experiments done on us with blood at a clinic in Central Palemore.
It must be one and the same. It must be.
I mean, I don't.
Is he
know.
still in business?
I mean, he certainly
call it
didn't
business.
seem like when we were there.
But he did have a
That's the
fever
thing, though.
for this work. He did have quite.
If the guy's still in business, it wasn't the dude we saw rotted away in there. Because that someone alive had to have done it to us, or functioning. Live is a
Right.
loose term in Palemore.
He was not
mean-
afraid of the Queen. It was his pleasure to work his
He
dark.
I mean, we're aftermath experiments and shit.
We're great. We're cool.
That's why we're so special. We has a newer model.
Hey, that's a good point.
That's
We could be.
So
interesting point.
could have something to do with how we smell.
I smell like God, boy. Don't you forget it.
Sure, if God smells like BO.
God, an
Regardless.
old man.
She-
Well,
Okay, so
If we want to get to the bottom of this, he seems like the one that we would need to find, but I don't know where to find him. If that was his clinic, then we already looked around for anything of his there.
we were in a disoriented state. We didn't know each other. We didn't trust
And we
each
didn't
other.
know what we were looking at. We might have seen something and had no idea that was what we needed.
True. Did we?
Not-
Do you remember the
What?
name of the clinic we were in? Did it have a name?
Of course I do. What's the name, Astrid?
do none of you have it? Do none of you have it in your notes? Because I remember you guys learned it.
Mortusi Clinic. Mortukushi.
Right. Is that Abraham's last name?
or two
shit,
his
it
last
is.
name.
It is.
All right.
Oh
cool.
shit.
That was
Ooh.
him. That was
Hey!
definitely him.
Hey!
Nice.
Hey!
We have a lot of errands to do in Old Palemore, turns out.
Oh, God.
A lot
Yeah.
of unfinished business.
Well,
Yes.
I tell Miss Bloodraven, this is... I don't think you know how much you're helping us right now. Why? Just why? Why are you inclined?
She kind of looks up at the sky and she says, "I've lived through many hunts and I've killed many friends." She says, "But this one's different, and there's no one left."
Good on you.
Different how?
You see her kind of like gesture sort of up under my hand towards the moon in the sky, and she says, "Perhaps this is the last of them. Perhaps this town really is cursed. I don't know. But I've never seen a night like tonight.
Nor have any of us.
I'll just
I'd
have you
very
know.
much like for this nightmare to end.
The night always ends.
And you're not alone. Don't you see the uniform? And I strike a silly pose. We're hunters.
Apparently.
She
Yes,
she
it
kind of
seems we've been drafted.
looks down. She says, "Perhaps you are. Well, then good hunting."
And to you, madam.
Aye.
If only I had level 6 entropy, I could give her a permanent eye baby, but I can't.
Something to remember us by. It's your
a
problem
lovely
Something to
now.
thought.
remember us by.
It's a lovely thought,
Jesus Christ.
Journey. It's a lovely thought. But
You have to
So
raise them
it's
though.
the thought
we'll
that
talk about the
counts.
appropriateness of gifts later. We'll talk about
Yeah.
it.
I
Guardian.
want it not to die when
Alright.
I give it to her.
Right.
So
that's
you
like
guys-
being,
Water.
that's like an
It has to
Indian
be like a
river, yeah.
cactus. Like it's just there, and you water it like every 2 months or something.
All right. So
It's like a mummy baby.
Mortusi Clinic in Central Palemore. Powder Keg Hunters in the burning ruins of Old Palemore. The prison near or accessible via Old Palemore, or the Academy. Where are you guys headed?
Yeah.
Old Palemore, particularly more.
That's in Central Palemore. It's close to it, but it's in Central Palemore. You're gonna have to
It's in
pass through one to get to the other.
Oopsie daisy. Let's go there then.
Yeah.
Are we all for it?
Yeah, I think
Where?
Mortucci's clinic might deserve a second
Yeah.
look.
Clinic.
Yeah.
All right.
Aye.
And then you can stop and pass right by the Upshot Wake, since you never went in before.
That is a tavern
Old
in Old
Palemore.
Palemore. They've never even
That's-
seen that in
Never
person.
mind.
They saw that
Never mind.
in a dream where they
It was a
died.
dream.
Okay.
It was
Yeah,
the
in the
last
dream that
thing
we
we
died.
saw.
Right. It's like a really good idea
died.
to go back to the place that we almost died last time.
No, clinic. Clinic.
All right.
We should go back
Same
there at
thing.
some
I
point,
guess
though.
that's-
Yikes. Yeah. Maybe that's
Um,
where it's all gonna end.
All right.
Let's go to the clinic.
So, you guys, in your new gear, your new equipment, you kind of creep your way across the bridge, covered in these sort of praying statues, kind of haphazardly laid out along the road. The coffins, the gravestones piled against the walls, making the familiar backdrop of the cathedral district as you pass your way into Central Palemore, these significantly less religious but still nonetheless cramped cobblestone streets, lined with kind of chain-bound coffins, unused headstones, even some kind of broken crates, furniture, wood, and bodies lining the street. Let me change this here. Where are we? Okay.
What is gonna
I hope
happen?
we find those notes at the clinic. I hope we find. Or him. Or him.
Yeah, it's a little spooky going back there. I'm not gonna lie.
No
It's
doubt-
a little spooky.
I've no doubt. Well,
All right.
you're a little more
You're
prepared
gonna
this
love it.
time.
That's
Or
right.
it's like itching his arm, you know, where the part was in, or whatever. It's like, irritated.
Yeah. I'm sorry, buddy.
At least it's not a fistula. I mean, it.
Yeah, keep itching
It
that.
could be
Let's
worse.
see how it turns out. Keep itching it.
All right.
Manners.
So, as you make your way into Central Palemore, you hear the familiar screeching of ravens and crows, the howls of beastly men, and the shouts of parties of mad hunters, citizens driven out on the night, as they have sort of been locked in this eternal struggle. You do your best to avoid them as you do. It's not easy, and you find yourself ducking into alleys and lying in the shadows, avoiding torches and pitchforks. As these men, Vesper, this is the first time you've seen most of these people. You see the men here are sort of. They look like citizens, but they are kind of strangely tall. Looks like they're unshaven to the point of like their hair growing out, all over the place. Faces and limbs often covered in bandages, as their voices kind of growl. Some of them more deformed than others, as they have been taken by whatever this scourge is. But as you trudge the streets carefully, doing your best to avoid conflict, you find a familiar street. It's kind of a long row, and you can see actually down the street there is what appears to be the kind of charred remains of a huge pile of wood and a tall sort of cross sitting in the center. This thing was clearly the center of some sort of pyre. As you guys are sort of recall that
Familiar with those, yeah.
this is actually the very same one that you rescued that first man from, the very first person that you met when you
Nice.
stepped out onto the streets. This road being
God.
fairly familiar, you're only a block or so away from, or a few blocks away, and as you kind of navigate these hauntingly familiar streets, eventually you find yourself, and as I find which one it is, you find yourself standing in front of the familiar facade of this clinic building, the door still sort of left open as you guys left it there.
I just go in. I don't bother knocking. Actually, wait. I stop and go, Helix, could you just give us a quick blood sense, please?
Yeah.
Good
yeah,
idea.
I can try.
Just turn on that blood radar. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm. Does this get the
One
bonus
thing
from the
only,
room?
please.
Sure, yes.
So 24 plus an exploding 6.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
29.
As you kind of focus, you kind of put your hands to your temples and you focus, almost like a you feel like the blood in your head pulsing, like, and there's like a sonar pulse around you. First of all, you almost feel the veins in your head like stretching and distending as this wave passes around, and it spreads much farther than you've really experienced, as you kind of feel the streets around you being lit up by heartbeats. Some of them erratic, some of them slow and patient, some of them sort of near death, some of them ragged. As you can sense, you can sense a good chunk of this district around you.
Oh god.
The clinic in front of you seems to be empty.
It's empty. It's empty. It's.
All right,
Good.
inside.
I don't think there's anything
for-
there.
You all right, boy? Calm
Yes.
down, you're
Sorry.
all right.
Just loud. Just loud.
Okay, come down from
Okay.
it. We're going inside.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Are you all right, boy?
All right.
Pat you on the back. You're doing great, Felix.
Yeah.
As you push your way through the door, Gurney, you are again in a familiar place. This sort of clinic, you have been here before. The dusty, sort of dark building with the broken glass panes, sort of shelves all over, covered like glass alchemist cabinets, bottles and jars lining the walls here. And as you make your way down the hallway, you turn into the large sort of recovery theater or operating theater that you guys remember. You actually have to go down this or up the stairs and into this room that you actually recall fairly fairly distinctly. As you step through, it's like a wave of remembrance as you kind of feel that sort of helplessness that felt like it was washing over you when you stepped, when your eyes kind of awoke in this chamber. You see those 4 or 5 kind of cold metal tables draped with bits of cloth, chairs, broken bottles. You can sort of smell the dried blood and other chemicals like formaldehyde and other things as you see the broken cabinets and shelves around you, dust and grime covering all of them. You see the moonlight shining in through the high windows in the ceiling, kind of illuminating that still dead body sitting at the desk. Its features sort of sunken and desiccated.
I might have had like a little like mind blow, you guys. I have a theory. We woke up here after being killed by the Tatterman, and I think the dude at the desk is that Abernathian, like the chief blood transfuser.
Abraham.
But then Abraham. But then he turned into the Tatterman. That's how he got us, brought us here, and did his little stuff.
Ulrich, I'm actually thinking that you're on the right track, but the Tatterman, not to scare anyone, but I think he's using a rune of possibly his own making.
Oh.
If they do what we think they can do, that could be how he's able to.
Oh, that's how he's able to do it. Okay.
Yes, that could be.
But
how
then his identity could still be this guy, though. That's the thing.
Well,
this guy
that's
can
the thing.
use runes, right?
I'm gonna go case the desk for notes for anything that I can find.
Just the desk?
Yeah.
No, I'll start at the desk and
Okay.
everywhere.
What about the rest of you guys?
Yeah, let's look around. I want to look for any cadavers and like, because I swear, fucking Tatterman fucker had like Edward Scissorhands shit. So I want to look for any kind of tools that remind me of any of his weaponry.
Oh, tools,
While they do that, I'm going to kneel in front of the body and I'm going to cast the boon Precognition. I'm putting on the mask.
What do you want to do?
I want to know who this is. I want to know who they are, if they are in fact Abraham Warwick.
Okay, so we got 3 different actions.
Yes.
Vesper, you go to the desk and it is old and it's covered, but you see there is very obviously in front of this man there is kind of a tattered, and the first couple pages are sort of stained with blood or some other chemical, but there appears to be a journal or a ledger of some sort. And as you sort of parse your way through the desk, you find all kinds of small metal like contraptions. They look like medical devices or surgical implements or things like that you're not particularly familiar with. Many of them have sort of rusted into uselessness, but their sort of shape sort of indicates that they are probably complex, and some of them cause a deal of pain. However, there are various other papers and things scattered around inside the desk as well.
I want to look at all of it. I'll take the journal and I want to examine all of this.
You're like
as you're
Schwarzenegger and twins.
As you're doing that, Gurney, go ahead and roll me a precognition, and also.
Yeah, roll big.
Natural 20 adds to this, by the way, because.
Yeah, you want to use your natural 20? All right.
This is the answers time right
but
now.
Let's see just how much I blow this out of the park. Well,
case closed, Conan.
Those
got
sixes
those exploding
explode.
Sixes.
Shut up.
Yo!
That's 9. 24, 44.
All right. So,
Noise?
as you kind of stand in, you kind of touch the dried skin of this man's forehead, as you attempt to sort of read this body and see the last things it did. As you do, you sort of see almost like it's almost like you're watching like security camera tape of this, whoever this was. They're not as overweight or they're not like particularly overweight-ish. You see kind of almost like a sped up video, like a grainy video of them, zipping around the alchemist's lab, the lab here, turning things, experimenting with things. You see, basically, you can gather that this person has multiple bodies on different tables here, and they are checking things. They are making notes. He's doing things. They're moving too fast for you to really see all of them in detail, but you can see kind of glinting metal tools. You can see every so often like lifting a limb or something and then placing it back down. And it goes on for a while. Like there's not a lot of specifics, but you definitely can see that he was doing this regularly.
Okay. Got it.
And as you're watching that, Ulrich, you wanted to search the room. As you don't see any corpses or anything, but as you walk into the center of the room, you kind of pass by this, these metal tables draped in like sort of bare, like tattered, threadbare sheets meant to cover bodies. And you notice something that catches your eye that you don't quite recall. They're sitting on the center table in here. The center sort of metal medical device is what appears to be a small wooden box with something sitting on top of it. It looks like a folded card is sitting on top of it.
Oh no!
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What's in the box?
Yeah. I don't want to disturb
card,
it.
Starbucks.
Curiosity, yeah. I'll pick up the card first, yeah. A little.
Okay.
I'd probably be with him at this point, but yeah.
Okay, then Gurney, you're kind of watching over his shoulder.
Just unfold it, I guess.
Oh shit!
Give me 1 second.
Oh
Din,
my god!
let me.
To a wonderful mum.
Happy Father's Day.
Oh.
Which one of you is a father? Oh God, am I the father?
Hold on, I gotta format this.
Love, Tatterman.
Look behind you.
Right.
It's just me.
Yeah.
It's coming from inside the lab.
Felix probably walked back to the operating tables and like went back to the one that he was laying on and just like put his hand on it, tried to remember, and then saw that Din was looking at something interesting.
So I sent you that. If you'd like, you have it. You're welcome to read it if you would like.
Okay, I'll
Read it.
You are cordially invited to attend the Majesty of Queen Ilsana Morgul, High Sovereign of Palemore. Her Highness wishes you to properly sworn to her services as servants of her noble hunt. It is also in her wish that Her Majesty's handmaiden be returned to court. And I guess I'll look over towards Vesper a little bit. There will be carnage waiting for you at the Charnel Lane, Central Palemore. Do not delay.
Who's it addressed to?
It sounds like us.
To you motherfuckers. No,
That
it doesn't say.
sounds
Yeah.
like is it an old note that was sent from
That's
the
a great
Queen
question.
to Abraham, and that's why he went?
Oh shit.
Or is this to us
it,
now?
It says the Chatelaine. That means you.
It says handmaiden.
Does
That's
it?
not me.
Oh.
Her Majesty's handmaiden.
What about the box?
Is that me? Does he just not know?
Yeah, okay, let's let's
Who
move
is
on to
it
the box
addressed
now.
to?
That's not a
It's-
bad idea.
There is no
Here,
name on it.
Vesper's freaking out, so I'm like, here, you read it. There's nothing more. I give it to her.
Here, hold on. I will copy this and send it to everyone.
No.
There is no names on it.
Do I know where Charnel Lane is?
Yes, you do actually.
Yeah, I sort of heard of something like that. Yeah.
Charnel Lane is the row is the sort of street in central Palemore that descends downwards into Old Palemore.
Yeah, I remember I saw that one when we were having dinner. Like, I saw that chick mention. I don't know if she was mentioning Charnel in description of something else, but she
Possible.
might have mentioned it. I don't know.
There's carnage waiting for us.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a very appealing offer.
We get
What's in
invited
the
to the
box?
very worst parties
Yeah.
ever.
But considering that last little party we went to, I think carnage waiting for you is kind of like, yeah, drinks are on me.
That doesn't say
Right.
that doesn't
Did
say
it say she
carnage.
wants?
Oh,
Try
sorry.
the soup.
That says carriage.
It says carriage. Okay.
Carriages.
Okay. There's no carnage waiting for us.
sorry.
Carriages.
There was no
those.
vaguely threatening thing
That's
there.
a bad typo. Oopsie.
Sorry. Sorry, nah, it's probably me
Um,
reading what I wanted to read. Thanks.
Right.
Bad.
Oh shit! We don't
My
want to
bad.
ride that
Waiting.
carriage. That goes to the queen.
I mean, we are.
Okay.
It seems like we are members of the hunt now.
That's
We've been
gross.
outfitted. He
Yeah,
wants
we
to
are.
give us a
For
proper
her.
welcome.
Oh God, it does. You are correct. Before we make that decision, and is there anything in the journal and the notes that I found?
Yeah, there was. I was gonna go over that. Did Did you guys want to check the box itself that the card is on
Yes.
top of?
Yes, box, please.
The
What is the box?
The box is it looks fairly ornate. It looks rather scratched up, kind of damaged and on the outside. It appears to be kind of Ulrich, you're still standing there with it. It appears to be sort of like a wooden box with a little. It's about this big with a lid, like a hinged lid.
Could it be someone's heart?
Gosh, opening a
Like
mysterious
a-
box could go so wrong in D&D.
Check it for traps.
This isn't D&D though.
Yeah, all right, you're right. Sorry.
Do you want to
No
open it?
genre meta.
Yeah,
Oh, who wants to accept the revelation?
you only live twice. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
I'll open it
Open it.
slowly.
All right.
I have new shears ready.
It's an eye baby.
Gosh,
Tell me it's
this
a
is
heart we
music
need.
box.
I hope it's
It's
the
a
heart we
music
need.
box.
Oh,
Oh shit.
that's not
Vesper,
creepy at all.
as soon as the first few notes start playing,
Oh.
you know exactly what this is. This was a gift that was given to you many years ago by your husband.
Oh shit.
Turn it off. Ulrich, turn it off. Ulrich, turn it off.
Slam it.
Ulrich,
Oh, sorry.
Ulrich, turn it off!
Sorry. Sorry. What
Are you
happened?
all right,
Sorry.
Vesper?
I'm sorry. Sorry. That was a music box of mine.
Song. What do you mean yours?
That was a music box that my husband gave to me many years ago.
Oh.
And I just look in the box like what was it in the box? Is there anything else in the box?
No, that was the box.
That's
That was
it.
the box. That was the box.
And Ulrich will stop like turning it upside down, like, oh, like oops,
Just keep it.
forgive me.
Keep
Yeah.
it. Just it's you. You couldn't have known.
You don't want to.
That was quite a gauche calling card of his.
Yes, how would something of yours end up here?
Well, they
How
took
did
him for experiments, like they took the rest of her ladies in waiting. It's just I escaped. It's someone's cruel jest, and I don't know if it's Abraham's or if it's
I can find
Simon's.
out for you, Vesper.
Please do. Please do.
Okay.
Please do.
Ulrich, give me the box. Thank you. Vesper, could you take my hand for a moment? Thank you. And I'd just like to cast the boon precognition again.
Okay.
And I want to know how this box got here.
All right.
I'm using my last natural 20
All right.
for Vesper.
All right.
It's 2d6.
Go for it.
You're worth it.
45. You close your eyes, and I'm assuming you're taking Vesper's hand so you can kind of let her see sort of what you're seeing. And Vesper, you feel kind of your eyes flutter as this image passes in front of both of your minds as you see this grainy sort of flickering vision of the room or the box itself, because you're reading the box itself, and you see it sort of almost as if it's moving through the streets, and as you focus, you kind of like focus outwards a bit, Gurney. You channel your precognition into this image, and you see there are two women. There are two women carrying what appears to be a very ornate-ish satin pillow on top of which this thing sits. They are just very, very slowly walking down the streets, and as you notice, they're wearing sort of like tattered rags, remnants of some sort of clothing that's long since been destroyed. Their faces are just sort of a mass of scars. Their bodies are pale and covered in markings, and you see sort of ahead of them is another woman. This one is dressed a bit more ornately. You only see her back, but you kind of, she's dressed in this kind of black, this satin black dress, and you just hear very faintly there's just a soft ding, 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 ding of a bell coming from in front of her.
Pull out, and I blink after a bit, and I say, "We've seen that woman before." Briarstone, in the waking dream, remember? We heard that just before.
How did? Why?
At least I think I remember that bell.
You did see it. You did see a black-dressed, kind of veiled woman chiming a small silver bell, walking down the street in the waking dream version of Briarstone Town.
Briarstone is where the academy started. The White Academy, that is.
Why would she have my music box?
She serves Queen Margol, possibly. That's my thought.
Or Sir Simon. I mean, we're here in Abraham's clinic. Who serves who now?
Just as concerning that if it's the same woman with the bell, that means they've been leading us this whole time.
Vesper, I'm just sorry that they keep finding ways to hurt you. It's not right. But if I can, I'll...
Well, I'm not alone anymore, and I am grateful for that.
Was your husband alive when you were serving Queen Morgul?
Yes. Until he was not.
And this isn't your husband here, correct? I point to the dead guy.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, I just wondered if they were sent this to this guy as kind of like blackmail, like, yeah, we've got your chick. You better do what we say.
That's a...
But, no.
No,
This-
Vesper was you are pretty well aware of what happened to your husband.
Okay.
This is, by the way, you wanted to look through the journals. There's a lot of jargon in here that you're not familiar with, or that doesn't. It's medical lingo, things that doesn't make sense. What you do get the sense though is that a lot of these pages are covered with numbers, data. It seems like he was writing down the results of experiments for quite a long time. You see the data is sorted into 4 columns. However, the columns are not labeled, but they appear to show different, like slightly different results for each thing. So it appears like he was collating groups of data. You also get there are also sections of here that are more prose, journal entries, that kind of thing. I'm not going to give you them all to read, one by one, but as you kind of skim them, you learn that this man was where did I put his name? That this man was not Abraham. This man was Stura. He was apparently an adjunct to Abraham. He was an adjunct transfusionist, and he was apparently someone had given him the job to care for patients, and he explains there was no time limit on it. It was just that he was supposed to care for and run experiments on these 4 patients, in essence, in perpetuity.
4 patients. Yeah.
That sounds like us.
Yeah. Story of my life.
But I was never.
You were not here, no.
Nope.
Our friend, the doctor, he...
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It was the 4th.
The only
I show them all.
Yeah, there is a thing that stands out, and it looks like there is a notation, because there are no names given for the patients, but there is a notation on one of the columns, and it's almost like a postscript, and he makes a note down at the bottom of the page, and he says, he intimates, how would he put it? High priority, let me see, high priority, 12th generation. And
Jesus.
then it gives a listing for some sort of like it's a fragment of an address in the cathedral ward.
Great.
Give it to
Cats.
Gurney.
Gurney,
Fragment of an
maybe-
address is all he needs.
Huh.
I'm your Google map. Thank you for coming.
And
Gurney
take all the
ran
papers.
to
Gurney
for
roll.
him.
table.
I guess I'll stuff them in my bag of knowledge.
I give it to Gurney.
Did you want to
Put the
see if you
note
can?
in the fistula.
Did you want to see if you
I-
could figure out where
No.
the address was, or did you want to just say it?
Yes,
No,
absolutely.
I'm
wanna figure
going
out.
to figure out where the address is while they finish looking
Okay,
around here.
fair enough.
I'd also
yeah, go for it.
like to cast precognition on this journal.
Okay, what would you like to know?
That address and who those patients. That address, where he went, who those patients are.
You mean the 4 patients listed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to confirm my suspicion.
Yeah, sure. Roll me a precognition in Gurney. Roll me a skill. I don't know. What do we think?
I could do a logic just to
That's-
sort of like.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I have some logic that I can apply to this. Allow
Most
me.
logical of the
use-
group.
I'll use one of my 20s,
Absolutely.
and then.
Oh, by the way, I missed this before. 2 more nat 20s for Gurney.
Well, I appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah.
Who gave those to me?
Nice.
Gee, I wonder.
Gee, I wonder too.
Our God and Savior,
Some
tuned
protector.
off.
Wait, did I do that
Protector
right?
in the night.
Did I type that incorrectly?
Yeah. It was 1d20 plus 1d6.
I typed it in, so that horrible one is real.
That's a nat 1,
That's
yeah.
real.
Love.
Ooh.
Still though, you said you used a natural
I have,
20.
yeah. Oh, but I can explode
Implosion.
the 6. Can I explode the 6?
Yes, you can.
Not because of the one, it implodes.
Okay, never
It
mind.
cancels out. No, that's not how it works.
Me? Oh, you.
Sorry.
I believed you.
Oh, Lord.
Ulrich, you've cursed me.
Oh no.
I rolled an Ulrich
Yikes.
right there. I rolled an Ulrich right there.
Ulrichs.
Because there's
Um,
only one god. We only need to roll one.
All right. On your
I'll give you a gun.
on your 27
I'm
precognition,
sorry though.
you can kind of get visions of sort of the man writing writing this, and you kind of see him like standing over one patient, and you see a very pale looking Dr. Calibus, his sort of old man, his kind of scraggly beard and curly hair under the blanket. You see him kind of scrawling notes onto the next body, and you see a very like kind of Gurney is sitting on the table with these kind of tools stretching out this kind of fistula, almost as if he was kind of cutting or probing into it. You see him kind of a vision of him scrawling more notes, and you see like he's almost like in like a needle is going into Ulrich's arm as you watch sort of the wrinkles of the skin like sort of smooth out, and kind of as he get older, and then finally you see him kind of standing over Felix. And as he does, he's just kind of like, he's rotating Felix's head, and you notice there's like a series of these kind of like the back of his neck is almost like a mass of crisscrossing scars and cuts.
Does she learn which one he wrote down the 12th generation for? Was that for a specific patient or just in general?
You see him kind of you can see him kind of scrawling as he scrawls the notes, like he kind of put like standing over Felix, he kind of like looks down, flips his page, and then kind of scribbles a note next to it.
But those 12th generation?
Yeah, that's the postscript that he's scribbling.
Okay.
Gurney, did you roll for your logic?
17.
Nice roll.
From the fragment, you get the sense that this was that there is a generally the area. The Cathedral Ward is broken down into sub-districts, and they're all numbered, a bit like the arrondissements. And so as kind of it's listed for you, you know where in the city it is, and you're kind of trying to picture the map in your head, because there isn't an exact building number, but you remember that there is a fairly large ward there. It's It's got a tower and some sort of large stone construction under it. The tower's not particularly tall. It's only a few stories, but it you don't remember what is there. You just remember the building itself. Like, you've seen it before, but you've never been there. But you're almost positive that block is where this address is referring to.
Does 12th generation mean anything to anybody?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean,
Well, it seems he wrote it about you, Felix.
me.
Whoa.
I mean, if it has to do with the church, I mean, my father was a priest as well. That could have something to do with it.
Did anyone else in your family take the blood?
I don't know. I mean,
'Cause these aren't family histories. These
Was
are
your
medical
father's
notes.
father in the
my
church?
father gave the blood to me.
What about
I
his
don't
father?
know if he ever took it himself. All I know is that I was given it as a child.
As a child?
As long as I can remember.
In God's
Many
name.
times.
Your dad's an asshole.
They didn't know. Gurney, they didn't know. They thought it was a blessing.
No.
Did they know?
I mean,
It's like candy to children.
Give me more blood,
He-
mister. I'm sorry.
he
Well, I mean,
the image.
it
He was a
literally was a
priest. He knew-
sacrament.
it was a holy ritual. What he did. Yes.
For what
The-
purpose?
How much?
What? I
Well,
mean,
if you can read these
To-
notes, this must be the purpose. So,
I mean-
who can make sense of these notes?
Tell us all about your family history, as much as you know, Felix. Take your time. Be very specific.
I never knew that much about my father. He didn't talk about himself.
Strike one.
is he still
Oh.
alive?
No.
Ah.
He's gone.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Did he ever
I-
talk about his father?
No, he never talked about his father. He hardly talked about himself. All he talked about was God. All he talked about was the holiness, blood, beauty.
And number 12.
If you, I don't know anything about the number 12. If you wanted an answer to what he might have been seeking for me with what he was doing, if I had to sum it up in a word, I might say ascension.
Well, listen. We're in Central Palemore right now. I'm not saying we should retrace our steps, but we could investigate this if you want.
Well, these are medical notes. So does it mean 12th familial generation, or does it mean the 12th generation of
His
experiments?
vaccine. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not a doctor.
Is that what?
If we had the doctor,
I don't
we might
know.
be able to tell.
Well, everyone write down the number 12 generation.
Oh God, 12. There were
Aye. 12.
Well, listen, this has been
12 runes,
Were there?
except for the 13th, the ascension.
Yeah. We
I don't know.
shouldn't ponder this right now. We have a job to do in Old Palemore. This was a
Okay,
good trip.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
check one last time just to see if we're missing anything. Okay?
You're right. Yeah. Let's not focus on. We definitely gleaned a lot from this. Let's not overthink it. It will be
I,
revealed in time. Let's keep
agree.
moving forward.
I hug Felix before we continue, though.
I slap him on the back, like, "Don't be gay."
Jesus
I
Christ.
start gyrating against Felix, staring at Ulrich.
No.
I
I use the button to my golden spear. Get too close.
Guys,
Ulrich, Ulrich, will you tell me what your family knows? What do you know about your family?
Or it kind of almost like glazes over for a little while, like I can't remember. It's been too long. My family is gone now. And yeah. He goes back to normal. Let's move forward.
Wow, everybody has a bad family here.
Only God. Seek family.
so what is your plan?
Well, we have an
Forest plan, move
invitation.
forward.
We do have an invitation, but I don't trust the shit out of that. I'm gonna.
No,
this
I don't
fucking
either.
job.
But at the same time, I fear what happens if we ignore it.
That's a good point.
I should have looked. Was there dust on that note? That's totally for us, right? I mean, but that could.
It was clearly
it wasn't.
it was clearly placed here after you guys left.
Yeah. Okay. I thought so.
Okay,
Just-
so here's
just
what I
wanna
think.
confirm.
Here's what I think we're gonna do. We're just going to leave this place, and we're going to go to Old Palemore because we have a lot of errands to do there. And then, depending on what we can find about the powder kegs, we take the carriage, or we go to the academy. Either or, that carriage is going to lead us away from Old Palemore, so we can maybe just kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, I say we hijack the carriage, make them take us where we need to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that plan. I like that plan a lot.
Because if we
I like the idea of using the queen's plans not as she wanted them. Yeah,
Because honestly,
just right from the get-go, give her a.
Isn't it?
she's
Couldn't it be better if we were to just ignore the note, put it back, and pretend like we never even saw it?
Nah, because I
It
kind
won't
of want to kill
matter.
the driver once we reach our destination.
I'd rather do something unexpected in her case. She
It
seems
won't
like
matter.
one
They're,
who likes
they're
to.
ahead of us.
Mhm.
Ooh, what if we mess up the driver and send the carriage back to the castle with a message to her?
Put the
Everyone
body in the
take
carriage.
a dump in the carriage and we send it back to her.
Well, we have to find the
We're
carriage
not a
first.
fraternity, so no.
Sorry,
That's
yeah, sorry.
true.
Sorry.
But
I don't know why I thought that. Forgive me.
There are ladies here, Ulrich. Come on.
It'll be explained later. Sorry.
put the body in the carriage and send it.
If we need to, we'll make a pit stop. Right now,
I mean, if
let's
you really
go
want
ahead.
to be
The carriage would help us move a lot
obnoxious about
faster,
it,
though. Yeah.
Well, listen, this guy is not Abraham. We don't know where Abraham is, sadly.
and I don't think the carriage will take us anywhere but right to its intended destination. So I really don't think we
I
can
don't
take
know.
it on a spree.
There's no driver.
At the very least, we're making connections, even if they're as vile as Queen Morgul.
So you're saying that's why you want to take the carriage to make connections, or no?
I mean, at the very least,
Okay. Yeah.
we can remain. We can keep our train.
Ooh, we can interrogate the driver. Yeah.
Well, it depends what we
The-
find. We don't even know if there is a driver. There's a carriage waiting
Yeah.
for us.
It
That's all.
might be Harry Potter style for all we know.
So what would you
Who
guys like?
knows?
What would you guys like to do?
I'm running. We are going to Old Palemore as sneakily as we can. I will leave.
No carriage.
No, the carriage is in Old Palemore. No,
No,
wait,
it's in
the
Central
Charnel
Palemore.
Lane.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's
Central
right.
Palemore.
You're right.
Charnel Lane is in Central Palemore, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so
you
that's
can
just-
you can
okay.
avoid it if you want.
If we
No,
want.
I think maybe that is kind of just our when we're ready to initiate the final sequence, we hop in that carriage. I
They
think that
didn't
might
say
be
come
what it is.
immediately. Let's scope it out.
Yeah, let's. Yeah.
Let's.
I say let's just
Vesper.
move to Old
Vesper.
Palemore. Screw the carriage. Let's
Fuck the
just
carriage. We're not going. Fuck the
yeah.
carriage.
let's crumple that letter and be like, "Shh, girl, I'm not gonna call you back." Just throw it over our shoulder. No offense, Vesper.
If I may, the box.
Oh,
Of course.
here you go.
Thank you.
It was a
Vesper,
nice tune.
Alright.
I know this is very personal to you. is there a course that you would like to take more than anything?
I mean, this seems like a straight shot to Queen Morgul. If you want, I could
Right.
just
I
smoke
think
her.
we have more to learn before we go there. I
Yeah,
would
no,
rather
we need
learn
to get
as
the
much
heart
as we
first,
can.
right? Yeah.
Making sure you,
Yeah.
I don't need to. I would rather not go in flat-footed. I would really rather have all the
Yeah.
information we can find to
Yeah.
understand what the hell is going on.
You know, because we got a
I
lot of
agree.
information, but it's not fully solidified. I think. I still
That's
think
great.
I
it's
think
a lot
we're
of
missing. We're
theory
missing pieces.
still.
What do I
yeah.
need to roll to get us into Old Paramore then?
You know,
If
I
at
mean,
all.
you can get there. It's not particularly difficult to find the pathway in. There is a large going to be a large gate, but and your assumption is it is sealed in some way, but you wouldn't. I mean, you haven't seen it since the quarantine, so.
Considering
Alrighty.
it's a quarantine, I imagine if it's locked, it's from the outside.
Well, it's also been completely burned down thanks to the powder kegs, from what we know.
I mean, it's this Old Palemore is still burning. As for it is still smoking.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
wow.
How
not a
long
fun time,
ago was
guys.
it lit?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
Smoke still rises from there.
Yeah, so
That's right.
we'll just keep going into it unless we hit a wall, in case I'll find a way to circumvent us around it.
I trust you.
All right. So you want to make your way across central Palemore, the large plaza, doing your best to avoid the mad and kind of raving men and beasts that roam the streets. As you gather your things, you gather your notes and your new possessions, and you head out into the streets. You make your way down to the south. Gurney, you kind of lead them through the most twisting ways towards Old Palemore. As you see here, the remnants of the city once again, sort of statuary, broken fountains, bodies, and coffins lining the streets. You can see carts, furniture, and crates and things, all making, sort of cluttering up the city, making the alleyways difficult to navigate, but you are able to do it rather quietly and unseen. However, as you make your way closer and closer to sort of the rising smoke, Gurney, you realize that Old Palemore is a good distance below you, so you're gonna have to descend. You know of the Charnel Lane, that is the direct way down to the gate, but you also know that there is a not exactly a way that people travel much. It's more of a maintenance way. Workers and people who need to travel quickly often use what basically amounts to a tower with a ladder that runs straight down the hill.
Everybody hold on tight.
You can take it either way.
I say ladder.
I'm not afraid of ladders.
Sorry, what's the alternative to ladder?
Shoots.
Shoots.
No. Unless you want to play shoots and ladder.
I like that idea. Let's just.
How
play a
is that
game.
joke so weird? How do people still know about that game? Like,
It gets remade like every year or something.
does it really? Wow. Okay. Crazy. I need to pick it up
Vesper
then.
can float down.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shoots and ladders still out? Damn. Get that.
That's my jam.
Yeah. Alright.
How do they look? Do they look particularly rickety? Either of them? Imagine both.
The tower itself is not in great condition. You can tell that it's gotten as you arrive. It's had some fire damage. It's traversable, but you're not quite sure. However, actually, as you're making your way, give me 1 second here. As you're making your way, I need everyone to roll me a perception check, please.
I got nothing in perception. So it's a total of 13.
Boom.
Well, boom.
I got something and got a 50. Hey, all right, cool.
21.
Nice.
All right, give me
Nicely,
1
my dear.
second.
Nice.
Speedy.
Luckily, the other half of the party is
Ooh.
picking up the slack.
I'm busy.
Right, nice, Speedy.
I'm busy
Nice.
leading you guys. Yeah.
My eyes are
Yeah.
too old.
Buddy.
What?
You guys all kind of, or let me check the numbers here. 13, 15, 21. Okay. 4, you're kind of inspecting this building. Everyone else, you guys notice sort of something echoing behind you.
I will
What
check behind
kind
us.
of
Hold on 1
something?
second.
I will check very well behind us.
This building's
But yeah,
old.
Felix.
it's
I mean,
fallen
Felix is
out.
already like paranoid and just constantly looking over his shoulder.
Just
Actually,
normally, yeah.
Right.
I think that Gurney is sort of appreciating the architecture because, like, he doesn't get to go to Old Palemore as much as he would like to, and Central Palemore is just a gander to behold. So he's just taking in the last little bits he can.
Nice.
You notice that you guys hear a loud, sort of echoing growl filling the air
Oh dear.
behind you guys, and as you sort of turn around, you see sort of like almost shambling towards you is what appears to be a large figure covered. It's draped almost entirely in a heavy black cloth, or brown cloth, like a canvas, and you just see like what you don't see a face. You only see one arm sort of reaching out from under it, kind of pulling it as it hobbles along the cobblestone, and you hear it from under it emanates this throaty like as it stalks its way down the street, and you guys can see it has clearly caught a scent.
We
you
all
guys
know
see
we
that
smell
too?
really good, yeah. My gods, I don't want to see it, but I do. An abomination.
Okay, yeah. Are we going or are we fighting? Right now.
I said we don't fight. This thing looks like a fucking weird Prometheus fucking floppy thing. I don't want to get like just smothered by it.
Well, all right. Then shoots or
let's move.
ladders?
Ladders.
Sure.
All right, so you guys, as this thing is
Yeah.
as
You
this
owe
thing
me a
is
Coke.
coming towards you, and kind of you hear it kind of growling and ripping down the alleyway towards you.
I'll go last. You guys get up the ladder.
You guys are gonna you wanna dive down this ladder.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys kind
Bruce
of
Wayne style.
you start running basically down the alley, kind of this thing, almost as soon as you start moving, it starts coming towards you, or like making its way towards you. Give me a.
It instantly hurt us.
Give me.
We just
and
said we're running.
Yeah.
As it is rushing towards you guys, you hear, you see it kind of bounding, this cloth just waving behind it down the alleyway, this one large claw kind of gripping into the stones and pulling it along. As you guys pile into the door, you're just gonna kind of get into the doorway as this thing is rushing up. Who's the first one down the ladder?
Me.
All right, Gurney,
I was gonna say ladies first, Gurney, you bastard.
you jump.
I'll be last.
You jump down, but the rest of you are kind of waiting for him to get down. So this thing is going to kind of smash into the doorway, just before you guys, before you all get onto the ladder. What do you want to do?
Go. I'll try to hold it off as best I can.
All right. How do you want to do
Felix,
that?
you help me out. I'll do my focus strike on it. I guess if I can just lay it with an attack, maybe
All right.
I'll throw it off.
All right, so go ahead and roll me an attack. As this thing is, as Gurney kind of slides as fast as he can down this ladder, the rest of you are piling on. Ulrich, you kind of grip your sword, and just as this thing kind of comes bounding over, you see it slam into the doorway with a roar. Its one arm just kind of reaching through as it slams into the stonework. Go ahead and roll me your attack.
Okay. Boom. 16. And I'm doing a big like thrust.
All right. You kind of jab forward, the kind of blunt of your end of your blade, just pushing this thing back, and it kind of like you manage to push it out of the doorway as you're basically like using all your strength. You're not cutting into this thing, but you're just kind of trying to hold it back as it just with its one claw grabs the inside of the wall here and is like pulling against your blade, but you are holding it. You're holding it back for just a second. Who's going down next?
Me,
Felix and four.
me.
All right, Felix, you quickly kind of scramble down this ladder. You guys are like skipping, sliding down, skipping rungs, doing your best. Ulrich, this thing is going to make an attack against you. A might attack.
Better me
Got
than
this,
them.
buddy.
2d20 k1 plus.
I slipped into rage mode too.
All right.
I'll do that, or I could do it as a block.
Let's get me down the ladder before I see blood.
A 13 against you.
Nice. That does not make it guard 20. So, God is my shield. And I go into youth mode, and then yeah.
All right. Let me.
I activate youth mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get going, guys! I got this.
We should just go Marty McFly on it.
Hey, get your damn hands off.
All right. So as this thing is grabbing the inside of the door, it kind of sweeps at Ulrich, trying to claw him, but he avoids it. Oh, let me turn that down a
just
bit.
keep my sword in and just kind of dodge it. Yeah.
All right, and it is. That means whose turn? Okay, Ulrich, what do you want to do? You want to make another attack at it?
Yeah, actually, let's do that. I'll do an attack and then use my movement to, like, can I do an attack and then kind of avoid the opportunity attack to get away, or should I just
It
go
depends
away
what
and take the opportunity attack?
depends what you want to do. Like, what do you want? Do you want to push it away from the door, or do you want to strike it?
Kind of like, since my sword's in him, I almost want to do like a kind of like a Monster Hunter like upswing with it, like kind of
Sure,
like,
go for it.
just, boom, just kind of like just to give
All
it
right.
a little swing up.
Make your attack.
Nice. All right, let's do it.
Remember, you have 20s if you need them.
Ooh. Let's just go ahead and do that. So I'll do a 1 nat 20 on this
All right.
because I definitely have it, and I want to impress the audience. All right, let's do it.
All right.
K1 plus 2d6, go! And then that's plus another 20, so. So I'll say like, can you read that? Since he's all up in my face. And like, why don't you look closer?
All right, so you kind of like as you kind of jab forward, like you have this giant. Your blade is basically like a long, kind of jagged piece of metal with a hook on the end, and as you kind of like kind of shove it upwards, you feel it catch into something, and you just kind of like brace your foot against the stone, and using all your strength, you kind of swing upwards, and you feel yourself lifting this creature up off the ground, and you kind of smash, like your blade doesn't kind of cut through because you have no momentum on it, but you do kind of lift this thing up and smash its body into the stonework as you hear kind of a howl in pain as it kind of like pulls and twists as your hook buries deeper into its flesh as it kind of scrambles with its claw. While he's doing that, Vesper, you want to dive down the ladder?
Yeah, I want to use my a little bit of flight and just kind of dive.
You want to just jump off and coast down?
And get out of their way.
All right, so
Mary
you
Poppins down.
you just kind of like slow fall as your hair sort of flies up in the air, and you kind of go transform a little bit ghostly as you slowly descend. The rest of them, you can see now this ladder descends probably nearly 150 feet. Like it goes down for a while.
Oh.
And
Final
as
Metal Gear
you're
ladder.
scrambling down, Ulrich, this thing is going to attempt to grab your sword and make an attack that
Oh,
way.
no.
And you know what?
Oh.
Don't do it. I know what you're thinking, you son of a bitch. Don't
All
do
right,
it.
as it does, it is going to
You want a nat 20 me? I'll nat 20 you
with
back.
a 40 against you using one of my nat 20s.
Oh,
It is
God.
gonna, like, you see this large hand is gonna grab a clawed hand. It's gonna grab your sword blade as it kind of slams back into the ground, and as it pulls forward, it is then going to shove, and you are gonna be shoved off the edge.
Oh, like, can I catch him?
You can attempt to, yeah.
Can I like grab him and like ease his fall?
Well, he's gonna be
Like not stop, but
he is
I'm
gonna
coming
be
down on you either way. Yeah.
he is gonna be plummeting, so you can attempt to catch
that's
him.
okay.
Yeah.
I will use one of my 20s and attempt to catch him.
All right.
Yes.
Go ahead
I
and
like
roll me.
that idea.
Let me check the sheet here. What seems like a good skill here? Why don't we say
Movements?
agility?
Okay.
I like
Sure.
agility.
Oh heck yeah. Oh yeah.
I have a backup plan. I'm at the bottom, so maybe I can do something.
All right. So Gurney,
Yeah,
you or
conjure
Ulrich,
squishy.
you are kind of like you even
That's
feel
39.
your foot slip off the edge as this thing shoves, and all of a sudden you're weightless as you kind of like you even lose your grip on your sword as you are plummeting backwards. You just watch the ceiling kind of just fall and fall and fall away from you. Vesper, you are with a 39. You are going to attempt. You kind of reach out as you see him kind of shoot by, because you're not like really expecting him. You just do your best to reach out and grab,
Ow!
and you just manage to kind of grab his ankle as he is going to like pull you downwards, as like you were not ready for that momentum. As you and him are going to descend probably you probably about 30 feet or so before you kind of like manage to grab yourself onto the ladder, just kind of hook your arm in it, and Ulrich, you are gonna smash into the wall, just kind of the momentum carrying you backwards into the wall as you are kind of pulled to a dead stop. And you guys hear the roaring, the shouting, the scraping, the just bellowing howl of this kind of feral creature that up at the top of the ladder that is that you have gotten away from, but now you're just kind of on the middle of this. You're on the middle of this ladder here. Where is it?
So we got away. Oh, God. I don't care if I'm beaten, battered, or bruised.
That thing didn't look like it could climb ladders, did it?
God. Yeah.
Uh,
Hope
you-
it's too
big
big.
arm.
Yeah.
Hold on, Ulrich, hold on.
If possible,
He's
I'd
kinda
like to
smart.
cast a barrier. And I just want to make this cloud of smoke that has the hindering effect.
Okay.
So if they fall through it, their speed is halved.
You want to cast this
Hey!
under you?
Rather like above me.
Oh,
so,
okay.
like, I want it to be like a cushion
Cool.
in case they fall.
All right.
It's
Freaking
only- It's only
Final
power
Fantasy
level
Spirits Within.
Yeah, absolutely.
thanks.
Go for it.
All right, do the real roll now.
Uh,
It was a very light smoke. It wasn't Final Fantasy Spirits Within.
It's the new armor. I haven't made a hole in the new armor for it yet.
it just
Oh gosh. Oh, it's all you try to do. It just clogs out, goes out your armpits. You're like, shit.
No!
no. You unfortunately are too occupied to kind of bury yourself.
Shut.
But you guys are now sort of in this like you're probably about half, maybe 50 feet down this ladder, and you just, the only way to go is down, as you sort of as you kind of hear the cracking of wood and stone above you. So the only way you have is to descend now deeper and deeper down to the bottom into Old Palemore. It is a long climb. It is not pleasant. You feel yourself tiring out by the end of it, as your arms ache, your kind of legs kind of shudder. But as you finally, eventually put your feet down on solid ground, you are in a dark chamber with kind of this kind of broken iron gate leading away from it, and almost instantly, like it's a barred gate, not like just kind of an iron barred door, and it's hanging ajar, kind of twisted and bent. Your nostrils fill with the kind of the scent of smoke, and just like horrid, like rot. This place, like you don't even know where you are in Old Palemore, and you can just feel kind of the smoke and the charcoal insinuating themselves around your senses.
My young lungs.
Oh,
Old again.
all right, here we are. Now what?
Thanks, Vesper. That was a
I
bit
tried.
too close for comfort.
We tried. Well,
Good job, guys.
I thought those were the wings of an angel carrying me. But I guess you're just as good. Whatever.
yeah, no angel here.
I was
promise you.
disappointed to find out it was you. No, but thank you, Dad. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I dropped it.
Yes, well done, Vesper.
It could have easily gone, "Are you an angel?" So be grateful.
And
Oh,
now,
right.
cartographer,
Chamber.
it's up to you.
I guess.
Lead on.
Very well.
You recognize this, Gunny?
Honestly, not since they locked it up.
Ah,
It wasn't on fire beforehand. How about this?
Generous bestowal.
We'll shoot for the upshot wake.
Okay.
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 That
As
seems
you
like the only real location we have, so...
as you push.
Otherwise, we look for the explosions from the powder kegs. I don't know.
First of all, we get a nat 20 for Vesper and Ulrich. As you you push this broken, twisted gate open, and you step out into what appears to be an entirely new city.
Ooh.
You can't even see the sky that you remember. Above you is just thick clouds of smoke that kind of are shot through with a red light. As the moon is the only real thing that you can make out, kind of shining from behind these thick shafts of black charcoal smoke. You can kind of see it clearly, its shape. However, the rest of the town is just, it's like walking into a hellscape. You can see there are fires raging, there is soot, there is smoke, buildings are burned to the ground or covered in layers of ash, and it is just not a pleasant scene. It's walking through here, you're like almost instantly your lungs fill with the kind of choking soot and burning smoke.
Are they trying to burn away their mistakes?
Actually, yes, they are.
In a way.
God.
When I hear
So
these people.
do we know where the upshot wake is?
Do I?
Vaguely. It's, you know that it is in front of a large fountain.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we
Very
hear any
least-
splashing? Are people trying to put out these fires
There's
using
n-
that fountain?
I
You
mean-
hear noises echoing from around here, not voices,
Nothing
just
close
noises.
enough to,
but you don't see
help that person.
You don't see people here at all.
Okay.
No.
They are. They're dead.
I would like to use my blood sense.
Okay. As you guys are sort of walking
It's a good
down
idea.
the kind of dirt hill, down this cobblestone path into leading from the kind of the hill face to the sort of the first buildings here. What do you wanna sense?
So this place is, it's abandoned, it's ruins, but I don't think it's quite as empty as some people may think.
Mm-mm.
And if there are any people out there, if we are trying to find something, it might be easier to ask, perhaps, or perhaps at least good enough to know who to avoid. And I want to use a nat 20 with that. Oh, okay, well, it's fine. I'll use a nat 20 with that anyways. Let me explode a 6.
Yeah.
Dang, buddy.
Excellent.
So that's a
nice. Ooh,
that's
this is gonna be good.
56. I can
Alright.
sense all of the blood in all of Pebble.
So you
serious.
guys, as this kind of smoke is, as
I can
this
feel that pulse. Ugh.
as the smoke
Sorry.
is choking your eyes and choking your senses, you see Felix kind of step forward, and as he just sort of puts his hands on his head and attempts to focus, you actually watch as almost like a ripple from up his neck and kind of around his head, you see these sort of bulging veins that almost choke his features and kind of ripple across his face, kind of almost blackish in how distended they are. Felix, your kind of senses light up with these kind of burning, just like powerful heartbeats of you recognize the sort of the blood of beasts at this point, and you are awash in it. Just the smell of it in your nostrils, the kind of the kind of singed coppery taste on your tongue.
That's why they're burning everything.
Oh god.
Okay.
And as you guys are watching this, all of a sudden you hear, as you're kind of focused on Felix, you don't even notice, kind of, because there's noises all over this place. There's kind of crackling fire, there's breaking timbers, there's howling and kind of growling beastly things. So somewhere in the distance you don't really notice the sharp crack, but what you do notice is the sort of almost minute, like, whizzing sound and just a shower of dirt next to you.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
Bullets.
Take cover.
All of a sudden, another crack in the distance, and you hear as chunks of stone fall out of the kind of the masonry above you guys.
Oh my god, I grab Felix
Damn
and I
it.
dive for cover.
Oh no. Felix sensed the blood too strong. He could smell it. He could feel it in every inch of his core, and he has lost control. His eyes have glazed over. You see that his hands descend from his head and grip the saw at his side, and he can tell exactly where they are. He looks, he points with his blade, and in an instant he's just off.
Running. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, damn.
No time to sit around, ladies. Let's go. And I start running after him.
Vesper, what do we do?
I'll pick up point and keep run after him.
All right, you guys want to book it after
God
Felix?
damn it, Felix. Yeah.
Oh, come on. And I run after them.
As you guys
Sorry.
This was
run,
the first time I wouldn't have done it, but since I'm used to Felix by now.
as Felix
Doing it.
bolts off into the smoke, kind of you see him disappear into the smoking street. You guys run off, and all of a sudden, as soon as you dive into kind of the smoking, twisting streets of the burning remnants of Old Palemore, you hear kind of a series of sharp, kind of cracking sounds off in the distance, kind of echoing through the streets as a hail of shots just erupts around you, kind of around your footsteps, you ducking under, smashing bits off the masonry. As you guys charge right into it, you hear kind of distantly a voice calling out over the din and says, "You should have turned back." And as you guys charge into the fire, that is where we're going to end it for tonight.
I wanted to stab someone. I wanted to slash.
Who is it?
Yeah, who's
Because-
the voice? That's what I want to know. Yeah.
Who
I don't
is
know,
it?
but he's not gonna be.
We're going to find out next week.
Oh my god.
Ooh. We shouldn't have turned back. Fuck that. No.
I get first.
Yeah.
We wanted us to turn back.
This is this. I need to give you guys suppressing fire.
but oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
Suppressing fire.
That is
Ooh.
That
There's
is
no
gonna be-
turning back now.
that is of course where we got to end it, because we are coming up on the midnight time right here, and we have to leave some cliffhangers, leave some information for next
The
time. But
game
oh
has to
man,
stop sometime.
oh man, what a session that was. We, of course, guys, don't go anywhere. That may be the end of our little session here, but it is not the end of everything, because we have a ton of stuff to go over. We have some stuff to talk about, and of course, we want to keep you guys around so we can pass the love on to another channel. So just hang out, stick with us, and of course, we are gonna go and talk to our players and get some ideas, some discussion, what they thought of the session tonight. But I also want to hear your thoughts in chat. So if you guys enjoyed the show, let us know what you thought in chat. Tell us your theories, your ideas, if you're enjoying the story so far. We want to hear from you guys. But we also want to hear from Mr. Felix. Speedy, what's going on, man? What do you think tonight?
Oh man, I really want to slash. No, this night was great. There was so much we learned again. I can't.
Yes.
I'm still trying to process all the things we learned from the last episode, and then we learned all these other things today. Like now we know the doctors who the clinic, and like that's connected to the queen, and like the queen invited us somewhere, and we just totally ignored that. And what's she gonna do about that? Probably something bad. Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a lot of fun as always, and maddening. But my name is Speedy. I run the channel Not So Speedruns. You can find me with that on Twitch and Twitter and everywhere. I am a variety streamer. I do a bunch of different indie games. I've been really into Darkest Dungeon lately, like 2 into it. Like I stayed up till 5 a.m. the other night playing it without noticing. Along with that, this Tuesday, I also do D&D 3 times a week, with the most recent edition being Blades in the Dark 6 and 20, which is a fantastic series, being run in conjunction with Unmade Gaming with Video Store Cowboys, the DM. It's a whole thing. It's fantastic. Lisa's on the other side of the thing. But this coming Tuesday, I will be having an 8-hour stream for charity, raising money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, celebrating my birthday, which isn't technically until Wednesday. But I'll be turning 21 years old. And so at the stroke of midnight, I will begin drinking to make up for all the donations that have told me to drink up until that point. And then Askren is going to be DMing a game of Big Motherfucking Crab Truckers, which is a fun, hilarious, ridiculous system
It's really fun. It almost sounds too ridiculous, but it's really fun. Try it out.
It's so
Very
crazy. And I can't wait to do it again. The last time that we played it, it didn't end so well for me, but this time I'm gonna be better, and I'm not just and when you say drink, I'm not going to take that to mean shot.
Wait, it doesn't
that
mean
was
shot? I've been doing it wrong all these years. Mini shot. We'll do a mini shot.
But yeah, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. You can come see Askren there. I think there's a chance our friend Din Money over there might
No,
also
I'll
make
be
an
there at some
appearance.
point. Yeah, we'll be in talk about that. I'll
Yeah.
be there at some point. Hell yeah.
So yeah, absolutely be there. We're gonna be raising a lot of money for charity and getting sloshed.
Oh,
Oh man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you got through your hooks and plugs and all that good stuff?
Yeah, that's all I have.
Awesome.
Dang stuff.
Din Money.
Yeah. Woo. Tonight. Yeah, very good. I was almost like a journey of the mind. I felt like it's like last week we kind of like, whoa, what? It was kind of all these kind of like mind frags, but this week it's like we kind of took all those, and now like Four was saying, we have a path, we have a destination, we got a clear cut, path to victory, and I'm liking that. Yeah, sure, maybe I said clear. Maybe it's not that clear. Who knows what's gonna happen in Palemore. I don't want to like jinx us or anything like that, but yeah, I did feel like we made a lot of like goal accomplishments. Yeah, we didn't get a slice and dice and smash as much, but
That's right.
yeah, we kind of answered a lot of these questions that have been kind of racking us up, and I feel like some of the theories are really, we're getting really solidified. Yeah, it's good. But yeah, awesome. So good, everyone. I'm Din Money again, everyone. I'm on Twitter and stuff. I'm an artist and game developer. I'm making this really funny game called The Faulty Apprentice right now. It's really good. Had a successful Kickstarter. Have some minis coming out for you guys that are into tabletop gaming and stuff. Post a link in chat. And thanks so much again to everyone having me here. I used to stream art, but this is the only time I can stream now, and I'm so happy to be here. I don't know, it's so fun. I love tabletop gaming and this stuff. So thank you for having me here. Cheers.
A new follower.
Awesome. And welcome to Wookiee Vibes for following. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the madness. I'm actually going to go through all of the follows and donations in just a second. By the way, I figure we should do this now while we're doing it. If you guys don't know, we don't really do experience the way normal people do. We let the group tell us how the game went. So we're gonna do it now. We already did. So Speedy, everyone has one experience point that you guys can give away. I want you guys to tell me who gets it and why. And we'll start with you, Speedy, and we'll do the rest when they do their things.
Let me think. Ulrich had a really cool thing where he held back that creature for all of us.
Like this?
Vesper had a really interesting part of her backstory with that music box. Four was incredibly kind about that music box, and you used a nat 20 for her. I don't know. You guys are all great. I'll go ahead and give mine to Lisa. I think you did a fantastic job with your like recapping your backstory and everything, and like had good character development and everything. So
Thank you.
All right. Din, what about you?
Excellent RP to Lily, by the way. Yeah, excellent, nice. I'll give mine to Four this time for doing all that freaking. Is that what they call him? Judge Dredge from Palemore Sector 13. Hell yeah, nice, dude. Yeah, definitely a good job taking the initiative. Like, he's the little brains of the party for me, so I appreciate him telling me where to point my sword, doing the gritty paperwork that I don't want to do.
Awesome.
Nice, so excellent work, dude. Yeah, way to think for the both of us. Cheers.
All right. And Four, what did you think about tonight?
oh man, it's just as Speedy said. Everybody had their own classical moments where you could see their character just come out. I want to give it to everybody. It's so hard to. I really like that Ulrich has, like, he doesn't even hesitate. He just immediately goes, okay, there's trouble coming towards us. Everybody behind me. And it's just very, like, sure, I get to look at things and be like, oh, this happened. Or, oh, I know about this, I guess. But it's really, like,
Ulrich like enables that. I'm still alive because of it, and Gurney's exceptionally happy about it. So I think I'll give it to Gurney because
Cheers.
his brawn does deserve some rewards.
All right.
But I
Sounds-
love every
Cheers.
session.
Happy to help. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And last, do you have any hooks and
Thank
plugs,
you.
my friend? You want to tell us a little bit about you, who you are, what you get up on
Yeah,
the
who
internet?
the hell are you, bro?
Why are you here? Who even invited you?
Who let you in here?
I like that you asked this after 17 years.
I mean,
I was
it's
just like, I give him my level.
it's been something we've all really been wondering, I think.
Since you finally have the confidence to ask, my name is Floor. I come from this lovely little channel on this lovely little site called On the Forefront. And my Twitter handle is On the Forefronts. Enough about that. Let's get to what you want to watch. You want to watch excellent, fun role-playing people and me being a dungeon master. Well, you can find that on Thursdays and Fridays. Thursdays, we play a little thing called the Festival of Colors. And as of right now, the festival is very colorful, and the festival is also full of lots of slad poles. With one slad, we think. As far as we
So
know,
much slack.
Wait, is
Lots of-
a sled pole like the one of those things you take the ribbons on, you run around?
no, actually,
When they get married,
like
you
a
do.
ribbon, except it pops out of you. You're like a popper at a party, and that's what happens.
Oh.
That's
Dude,
what
slab
happens
poppers. You
when
pop.
Slad are invited to the party.
I love that.
That's
band.
that's on the
Slide
TGI Fridays menu. Slab poppers.
Yeah, slab poppers.
Slad poppers.
On sale at happy hour.
You can't have just one.
We,
All you can eat.
What? Wait,
Hey,
wait, hold on.
Fun
Would
don't
you
stop.
would you say the slads are once they pop the fun don't
slads
stop?
Can't stop.
what you thought this last?
Yeah.
But
They look really cool, those slads. Like, I've always dug actually the whole idea of them and the design,
It's-
for sure.
it's something I really wanted to bring to the table with the games that I
They're
run.
not common, yeah.
I want to bring things that you don't get to see often in a campaign, and this is one of them. Having a campaign focused on Slatty and the horror that they can wreak on a town is just something I would love to explore. That and their lore is like rich and beautiful.
Yeah.
We're going to be getting deep into that next session, I can tell. But on Fridays, I run Out of the Abyss, no party mode. What's that? You've already played Out of the Abyss? What's that? You actually have run it? Oh, you don't know what it's about? All those questions can be answered with one thing. Just watch it, because we had 2 people almost die at 2nd level, and it was one of the most tense episodes of anything I've ever had to run. And this time, we're going to be going into a titular moment of Out of the Abyss, where the gang goes into Sloop-Dulap, the Kuatoa village of... Oh,
You have to do the jowls.
I just slobbered instead of what you told me to. I'm
You
sorry.
shake your jowls when you say it.
You looked like a slad when you did that.
Yeah, just like that. That's
A party goes into Sloop in which they love the mother. It is a lovely time.
And if you have played Out of the Abyss, you know what's going to happen. Come see it happen live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I also got funded to run a lovely West Marches style of Mouse Guard. That is in production right now. It is going to be open to anybody who signs up. And it's just a matter of you signing up, you showing up at the time when we arrange it with the players you want to play with. I don't know when exactly that's happening, since it's still it's a reality I'm just now living with. So thank you to everybody who donated to that. You know who you are. And that's really all I have right now. I love everybody, and you're beautiful for watching.
awesome. And you already did your point thingy. So that means last, but certainly never least, is of course Lisa. Man, what did you think about this week? What's any thoughts, any ideas?
I'm so glad we're finally putting pieces together and learning what is going on.
Learning is fun.
Learning is fun, but also not feeling like we're just we're just running around in the dark going, that's a piece that, like, this piece doesn't fit anywhere, and this piece, it's like we found a corner. So now we can
Yeah.
start fitting things
Yeah,
into
right.
the corners.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a perfect way to say it.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
yeah,
found
yeah.
the corner piece. Yeah.
And I gotta give my point to Gurney, who gave a 20 for me. Gotta do that.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
So that means
you
everyone
can-
gets a point today.
Everyone.
Oh wait, no, four
Yeah.
gets. Sorry, 4 gets 2.
get
Gurney, did you just who just leveled? It was Lisa and
I did.
that means that Gurney
I am Spartacus.
is level 3.
I'm level 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Welcome
god.
to the club.
Oh
He's
my
cool.
god. I'll figure out what that means, and if it means what I think it means, you guys are gonna have fun next session.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You have no
Yeah, I
idea what
gotta
my
figure out-
fistula has in mind for you.
Right?
He gets it. He grows another fistula.
My face
Twice
just
the party.
caved in on itself.
Twice the body.
Oh gosh.
And I am Lisa Bell on Twitter, and I am Danger Lily on Twitch, and you can see me on Wednesday nights on Blades in the Dark 6 and 20. And it's amazing. It's the Shroud. Wednesday night is Shroud, and Thursday night is Phantom, where Speedy is on, and we're both games are run by Vid Store Cowboy, and it's amazing. It's Victorian London apocalyptic sort of, but there's magic and vampires and leviathans and crews and espionage and gang warfare, but like Peaky Blinders style. It's amazing.
Awesome, man. Go check out all this amazing cast, and as
Really
always,
fun.
my name has been Askren. I am your host and dungeon master here, and I want to give some amazing, awesome shout-outs to all of the donations and follows tonight. We started the night with Carrick, who could not be here, but $20 off the bat. Cannot watch it live, but to give everyone, including yourself, a nat 20. Thank you so much, my
Carrick.
friend. Thank you to Cyanobite for following. Thank you to Toonarth for the $16. Says, this is how you do it, nat 20s for everyone. Thank you to AJ Eversoul for following. Welcome to the madness, my friend. Skagith with the 100 bits. What could possibly go wrong in the clinic? Toonarth, another $8, says 2 more nat 20s for Gurney after he used his. Thank you, N.E. Dave, for following. And Toonarth with $8, saying 1 nat 20 each for Ulrich and Vesper. You guys love, it's just tradition now. No one plays without nat 20s. Just, we don't even roll anymore. We just nat 20 everything. And I absolutely love it, man. Thank you guys so much. Wookiee Vibes. Wookiee Vibes rounds out the night with that follow. And also thank you, Dungeons and Distraction. Sorry, Burbleberry Crunch. I missed that. Burbleberry Crunch. Thank you for following. Welcome to the madness and Dungeons and Distractions for the host. Thank you so much, guys. We so appreciate you guys coming out, spending your time with us tonight, having a ton of fun, and we just seriously, it's the best. It's amazing.
Yes.
I have no words. We are, of course, before we bounce out of here, just a couple last-minute announcements, of course. Normally on Monday, I have Creative Monday, but this Monday I'll be doing something a little bit different, as I will be dropping by my good friend Bubbernaut's stream, and he, Eric Vulgaris, and I, and possibly some other cool guests, we may have some room for some guests, are going to be hanging out and playing some really, really cool Mouse Guard. And it's going to be awesome, and that is, I don't know how many weeks we're going to be doing that, but that is sort of a prequel leading up to something else that is being developed on Monday, so stick up on Twitter for information about that, but definitely drop by. It's going to be on Bubbernaut's channel, and we're going to be playing some Mouse Guard, and it's going to be a ton of fun. Eric Vulgaris is a great streamer, a great DM, a story game streamer, and just a cool guy all around, and Bubbernaut is just a great dude to play with. I'm looking forward to it, man. Of course, I've got Abraham Ben Ruby, an actor and gamer from way back, who is going to be hanging out on Fuzzy Dice this week. And then, of course, Wednesday, we're back with Iron Gods, the sci-fi D&D fantasy campaign. Our good friend Scott is going to be out for the next 2 weeks as he is getting married. But we do have a friend sitting in for him. Yeah, we wish Scott so much luck. Not with the mustache, though. That thing was a mistake. But
Better the mustache than the marriage, though. If you're gonna have mistakes.
Yeah.
I'd rather take a mustache than the marriage.
But he is gonna be out, so we have roped in my good friend,
Congrats, though.
music maker and friend of the show, also the guy who made the Writhing Moon theme song, Mr. Aiden Chen, is going to be stopping by as a guest player for that. So definitely come in and see it's a lot of fun. It's sci-fi and technologies and robots and all kinds of cool stuff. You definitely don't want to miss it. That is pretty much it, guys. I want to say another humongous thank you to Epic's Heaven. Look at this.
Yes,
Look at these
Epic's
guys.
Heaven.
Epic's
Oh my
Heaven
gosh.
right here. Go send these guys your
Epic's
love.
Haven, you
If
rock.
you missed it, rewatch the beginning of tonight's show.
Yes.
this
Oh,
show.
yeah, guys.
Absolutely,
Never
guys.
asked you to do that.
There's like 2 giant boxes and a tube.
It's named
It is-
It could
Ethics for a
barely
reason.
fit on the stream.
It is so much
For
stuff.
real.
Epic's
It didn't
Haven.
fit in camera.
Insane.
Epic's Haven
Insane.
just sent me all this cool stuff, and it is amazing. And if you guys are Bomb Squad members, and I know you all are, I want you guys to go to facebook.com/epicshaven and thank them for that. Just show them some love. It is
Yes.
it's a tiny company doing great work, and we are so happy to have them supporting the stream. So please keep your eye out for some crazy giveaways coming in the future. I can't wait to get these things in your hand. I think
Yes. I wish I had it in my hand.
yeah. I
We
think
beat Matthew Mercer, though.
Oh
Remember
my
that?
God.
We saw it before he
We
did.
won the race.
Dropping the
Come back
double
on Fuzzy
M.
Dice, you bastard.
I hope. So I think that is gonna be it for us. We are going to wrap things up with a raid, and who is better to go hang out with than a good friend of mine, and someone who I hope is singing on stream, because he is an amazing singer. We're gonna go hang out with my friend, TVSBO. His name is Mike, the very supreme broadcaster of honor. And he's a great role-playing streamer, and I love hanging out in his channel. And we're just gonna go bounce over to him. He's playing some GTA RP right now, so I think you guys should drop in and tell him to sing. Ask him to sing. He is an amazing singer. So that's gonna be that. I'm gonna drop the raid link in chat. But once again, thank you guys so much for hanging out. We love you. We will see you on Monday. Go check out all that other content. Go show our cast some love. And as always, thank you for watching, and don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you, because he might knock you off a ladder and then shoot at you.
And congrats, Matt, on your new set and your amazing map and 100 episodes.
Yes, thank you. Congrats, Matt, and all of the Critical Role. That was a good show, by the way. Their 100th episode. We'll see you next time, guys. Take care, everyone. Don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you, because he gets very handsy when he does. Bye, guys.